Men monsters, he fights and slays them all. Hello, everybody. It's my pleasure to welcome you all back to the Vincent gaming podcast. As always, I am your host, Josh, aka ThatsABingo, and I am, as always, joined by my co-host, Daniel, aka Vincentjules. How you doing, Dan?
Hello, people. Episode 11. Nice to be here. Ready to go. I might as well just start now. Before we get into what we're playing.
Yep.
I had a little bit of feedback over the last couple of episodes that I have promised I will shout out and talk about.
Yeah.
I feel like the level of anger that's been directed towards me warrants me to discuss it. And I think it's quite, it just needs to be said.
It needs to be addressed.
Yeah. If we said last time we were going to be doing the bracket this time, before I get onto that, then I apologise. Due to last-minute illness, we had to switch it up. So that'll be coming soon. So we will be finishing the bracket soon. But the reason why I bring up the bracket is because that's what I received quite a large amount of voice notes, very angry voice notes from a certain Ellis who was on the podcast previously, not happy with the Overwatch and World of Warcraft decision that was happened in that episode. So if you haven't heard it, stop this podcast right now, go and listen to part 2. If you have listened to part 2 of the Breaks Multi-Up, you will know that me and Sim had decided to put Overwatch through over World of Warcraft. Now, at the time, I did say it probably is the better game. It probably is the better game, and it probably should be going through as a multiplayer. And I know deep down it might win.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I did put Overwatch through. So I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, if you're listening, Ellis, or anybody else who's listening who is a World Cup fan, I just want to say, I really care. I'm sorry. I stick by what I want to say. I appreciate. This is just me saying once again, I am really sorry. I haven't played it enough to warrant it. You're probably right. I think I did say this to you as well personally. Ellis, you are probably right, but I just don't care. And Overwatch got through, so I just wanted to point that out.
It felt good to be vindicated. I felt good that I, for once, was on the side of the moral coin. I'm glad that I had my feet firmly on the correct side for once, and it wasn't my opinions that were causing issues. Our bracket is by far one of the most ones that gets people talking.
Yeah, and I think it's really good content. And what I am excited to do is to do the next bracket, which is the bit I'm excited for.
So I keep getting messages. Cam messages with me every now and again when he's catching up and he messages. And to be fair, he absolutely called me out earlier, and it wasn't even for a game-related podcast. It wasn't even for a game-related one.
What was it?
At one point, we was talking about the boys, and I said that Kimiko is better than Starlight, and he was having none of it.
Well played, Cam. I've always said you're a sensible human being. I just want to say as well, you just reminded me that, and it's bad podcasting in our behalf, you mentioning Cam. Also, the stream went really well, so anybody who tuned into the stream, thank you very much.
Yep.
There will be future ones coming, and the more the merrier that can join. If you did watch and tune in, but forgot to follow us, go back and follow us, because it all really helps. Now, the last little bit we're going to do just before we go in. Now, this is a weird one, and you know what's coming, Josh, because we've discussed it, that we are going to shout it out. And last time we did the villains,
yes,
we had a discussion about Akuma.
Yes.
We rated him and we put him in. I mentioned Heihachi. You said he wasn't on the list. We didn't say there were terrible bad guys and whatnot. We put Akuma at a middle tier. We never really mentioned him. Said he was a bit cool, bog standard. And we thought, with all the crap we've ever said to upset people, didn't even think about it.
That wasn't on the list of things that we were.
The level of rant that come through from someone as a friend of the podcast, and I hope you are listening, Dale. The level of rant that came through was both angry.
Oh, he's human.
Ridiculously informative.
Expert.
I don't know if there's anyone who knows anything more about Tekken.
Tekken expert.
And he was basically listing all of Hihatchi's achievements since birth and why he thought that he should have been a much better villain and should have been on it, and Akuma was basically a bum. So there you go, Dale. I've shouted it out, and we've not really corrected it because we don't really know what to say. But there is just that we wanted to do. Now, the other thing that Dale did say, which I don't think you know about,
no,
and I actually think we got this one wrong. I think Dale is 100% right. In our criteria for best bad guys, he said we set out the criteria. I've had multiple people saying the fact that we set the criteria out is much better, so we'll do that again for today.
We're doing that again today,
but we missed a really big part of criteria for a bad guy.
What?
And as soon as Dale said, I can't believe you've not done it, it must be a thing for bad guys. I can't believe that we missed it. And he said origin story. When I thought about it, I thought, yeah, all right, we probably should have factored that in as well. But we probably did
a bit.
The bits of like personality, story, lore.
It did get included in the lore if they had a good. Because I remember like Deathwing, like his entrance and like the it was like forged in a volcano.
Yeah.
I don't think I think a character can overcome a bad origin story or not have one.
Yeah, but it does. Having a good one does help. He was right. It could have been considered. So apologies for that.
I still want to put Hihachi that high because listen. I'll get this off my chest now. I didn't like Akuma. Akuma's middle tier. He's quite cool. He is better than Hihachi though because Hihachi.
Oh my god, he's doubling down.
Hihachi is an old dude in a nappy.
Oh my god.
He's not even the coolest character in Tekken. So you know what I mean?
This was supposed to be an apology to you, Dale, and it's
turned out as
an absolute send for you.
I'm not having an apology. I think Akuma's better than Hihachi. Hihachi ain't even the best out of Tekken. Wow, if you're coming at me saying like King's the best of Tekken, Jin, Kazuya, fair enough, but not Hihachi.
What I might do as well, as long as I can get the permissions off people, some of the voice notes I get.
Oh, they're
hilarious. If I'm allowed and get permission from people, I might even get them on and put them in the podcast for next time for the
Dale's voice is one of the. I was in bed absolutely pissing myself because he was both angry, like he was on such like a rant, but it was such a well structured, informative rant.
Yeah.
It was peak. It was perfect.
It was very funny. It wasn't my favorite. Ellis is like multiple.
Ellis had a breakdown in our group chat.
It's the subtlest thing ever. But my favourite bit about it was he got so angry at it that the voice note stopped and he just had to text, "I'm fuming." He had to reset himself. But that's all my admin out of the way. Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to get all that up in the air and
I like it. I like us having the block at the start of where we address controversies and people's opinions on our pathetic takes. I like that. But then now we've done that, that does take us onto the second part of the podcast. So I would very much I'm coronating that as the part one. Part one of all podcasts now is apologising to people.
Apologising and dealing with controversial issues.
And that takes us to the second part, which is what we've been playing. Daniel, what have you been playing?
For the second week in a row, I feel like
nothing, isn't it?
I feel like I'm going to have to apologise because we've got this gaming podcast and I'm just not getting to my table as much at the moment. Now, I know I've got my swanky new glasses. I know we've got no video on this podcast, but I've got my swanky new glasses. So my headache has stopped, so I can get back on there. But
they are very nice.
Let's have a little shout out in case he ever listens when he's older. But it's a big happy birthday to my little man next week. Yes. So we're having a little party, a little shindig for him on the weekend. So we're getting a lot of that done. Qatar is a thing. So because of the World Cup, they've decided that all football games have to be crammed into the week. So that's been taking a lot of my stuff. So when I have got on, I suppose what I've been playing, which some of you did see us play, was Phasmophobia.
Yep.
Back 4 Blood.
And Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight. Overwatch 2. And I have also played Phasmophobia again since that stream with the wife.
Yeah. It's a good game.
I was impressed with Phasmophobia in that we were all in a bit of a silly mood. We were streaming and stuff, so we probably stupidly couldn't complete the first level.
It's got a bit of polish to it now.
And it
has impressed me.
I got past that first level since you've gone, and it's like and you know the second house you go to.
Yeah,
There's another 2-3 houses that you can go to, that are all cool. And once we got past there, what we've just unlocked. Do you remember the really, really, really scary farmhouse?
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 scary, scary farmhouses now. So there's a new one that way I haven't seen yet.
Nice.
So that's cool.
Yep.
I've fully learned how
To
work the speaker.
Mhm.
I know how you can tell whether it's working or not now.
Okay.
There's a little microphone in the corner that comes on, and you don't put it down. You have to hold it and speak to it.
Okay.
And believe me when I tell you, you will know if they're talking back to you, because I promise you, I did it with Tash the other day, and honestly, she shouted at me because I left her in the house because I just ran for my life. It was so scary. But there was a bit of polish to it, and I really enjoyed it. I'm going to get your opinions on it in a sec.
Yeah. Dead by Daylight and Back 4 Blood.
Dead by Daylight's a bit of a weird one because I really enjoyed that stream, and again, thanks Cam for coming on. And I know you fell in love, and you've been playing that a lot since. So
I've been playing Survivor. I've been playing nothing but Survivor with Cam.
You can tell me a bit more about it in a bit, but I've actually come to a weird one where
you enjoyed it, but you don't like it, do you?
I enjoy it, but I don't like it. No, I get bored of it I get bored of it very quickly. And yeah, it's okay. I'll play it if everyone else wants to play it. Back 4 Blood also had a bit more of a polish on it, and I think they've changed the difficulty a little bit. We've always played on veteran, and I felt when we played it the other day, it felt easier.
I'm just still not a fan of it. I think there's better horde type shooters, horde type games. I think Left 4 Dead's better. I think Vermintide's better. I think the upcoming Dark Tide is going to blow it out the water. I think there's a lot more co-op games I prefer to play than to play that. I don't know. I just find it bland and meh. It's just mid. It's just mid. I think there's a perfect detail to that. It's just serviceable and mid. Nothing stands out. The character design, no. The gunplay, no. The guns, no. The maps, no. Missions, no. It's all just mid.
I think
the vampire one's going to kick it out of the water. That Redfall, I think, is going to be incredible. I got high hopes for Redfall.
I think the guns are very serviceable. They look very good, and they've got quite a range. But they are just normal guns. Really. But I don't know what else you want. But I do.
They haven't really got a range.
I quite like it. I think there is quite a few guns and stuff in there. I enjoy. It's just shooting zombies, which I enjoy. And I like playing it as the 4 of you. I do like playing it when there's 4 of you. I don't know what else to say about it. Really, I enjoy it more than you do.
But I enjoy Dead by Daylight far more than you do. So
yeah, and you thought Phasmophobia's polish was good?
And I was Phasmophobia does what it does. It doesn't do much more than what it sets out to do, but it does what it sets out to do.
Problem is, and I know if you're listening to
gameplay type,
saying this,
gameplay type, you can't play it for long.
I know Tash is going to shout at me for saying this. It's like Tash falls in love with it, and then she makes me play it to death. And
I love her more than anything. She beats the fun out of games that she likes so much.
It's not all games, but it's games like that. That's a one-trick pony, which I'm not gonna.
If you want me to play that game for a few months, it has to be very spread out, very sporadic. I'm not playing it week in, week out. You know what I mean?
If I don't play Phasmophobia now for another 6 months, I would be okay.
I'm good with that. Yeah. But if you give Tash the option of what you want to play tomorrow, she'll play Phasmophobia. Yeah.
But that being said, I did massively enjoy it. So it's one of those weird ones. But what I will say is, I really want to play some Deep Rock Galactic again.
I would much rather play that than. I think that would be a good stream game because it's.
Well, we can stream it. We can stream it and see if anyone wants to jump in. I won't. I'll announce it when we.
I would like to
jump back into that because I heard that's had a lot of polish.
I know you want to play the Hunt, and I know from a few people that the Hunt is a good game because I don't think Xbox and PC
they can't get it, can they?
I don't think so. I think Xbox can because I swear Cam said he played it.
I didn't think they could. They might be able to.
I didn't think they could, but yeah, I think a Hunt would be a good one.
Mate,
and obviously I know, yeah.
I've said 1,000 times you don't need to get me to thingy. So what have you been playing anyway?
Same as you, and then I have been playing a lot more Dead by Daylight, but I've been playing Survivor. I also got unlocked a new few killers. Some of the killers are good. I got Wesker now. Wesker's a bad motherfucker, bro. Wesker's a don. And I will kind of want to play for you again because I also got the girl from The Ring, and she I've not played against her. I've only played for her, and she seems like she would be terrifying to play against.
Well, she's a terrifying
Like,
person.
she goes invisible, and then to hit you, she has to come out of invisible. But like, she doesn't just come out of invisible. She like when she comes out, it like happens in stages, and she
like
flickers.
In the film.
Yeah, and she flickers, and then she can also just crawl outside of out of the TVs placed around.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I can imagine that's horrible. We've started Persona 5. We've put 45 minutes into Persona 5.
I don't even think that counts as starting that game, does it?
It's barely anything. It is the weirdest game ever, man. It is just mental. We still don't have any idea what's going on. To the point where I can't speak on it because we've done like 2 battles and the rest has just been cutscenes of talking. But I do want to get into it more.
I mean, next week we won't be able to, but the week after it should be some God of War content.
Oh,
that's out next week, isn't it?
I'm seeing nothing but like clips of it and stuff like that, and it's taking every part. I mean,
I'm trying to avoid it.
And every part of my body wants to watch it though.
I'm not even watching the reviews. I know it's going to be good.
Reviews. That's it. I skip forward on all the reviews to the end just to get the score, and then I've started watching a little bit of Skill Up's review.
I only needed to see one, like, if one of the big boys are calling it a masterpiece, you know it's in that level.
Yeah, it's somewhere. So I just
someone else might say, "Oh no, I think it might be a 9," or some might even say it's an 8. I can't see one. I can't see somebody saying 10 and the other people saying, "Nah, this is a trash game." So
GameSpot said 9, IGN said 10, and Skill Up says I strongly recommend it is masterpiece.
I can't wait to play it. Yeah, I mean, I'll be playing it after you probably, because I'm going to borrow your copy.
I'll just get it. I'll get it completed before you. I ain't gonna get it rushed, but I have more time to play it than you do, so just make.
Yeah, but I just mean like because of everything else that's going on, I'm probably just going to borrow yours when you're done.
Yeah, no problem.
Because I know what will happen with God of War. I'll play it, smash it out, and then it's done. So we don't need to own our own copy.
Yeah,
I actually, with how busy I am and how everything's going on in personal life with the house and everything, and the kids' birthdays and stuff, I know that if you told me, "Oh, God of War comes out in December," I'll be like, "Oh, that's cool. I'd love to play that." I'm not chomping at the bit, so I'm just telling myself. I'm just avoiding everything and telling myself it's out when you tell me you finish with it, and then I'll play it from there. I just, but hopefully it's in time where we both can get a really good conversation on it on here.
That Dark Tide, Callisto Protocol, a lot of stuff's coming out that I really, really want. But until that point, I haven't really played anything, so I think that's really it for what we played. I am going to try and get into more Persona for next week.
I promise I will try to play more games. However, Blues are at home.
Yeah.
Twice next week, and like I said, got parties and all sorts of stuff. So we'll see what happens. But yeah,
people understand.
Yeah, I'm old. I have a life. Not a life. I have adult responsibilities. Unfortunately, all I want to do is play video games. Like
in a real world, that's all we would do. But that's fine though, because it's all right having a very short what we're playing because we've got a good few characters to get through now.
Yep. Well, yeah. Do you want to say what the episode is?
So we did. Speaking of very angry barbers and the Akuma, we did a list of 35. It ended up being 35. It started as 20. 35 of like bad guys in video games. It was like a good selection of like 35 games. We had to rank them. We had a criteria, and we put them in S to D. And it went down really well. I really enjoyed it. I think it sparked some good conversation between you two. I think me and you agreed on quite a lot. More than I thought we were going to.
I think, I think we agreed on quite a lot. I think I was quite passive with the stinking migraine. Yeah. And you got away with more than you probably should have. Nah. But we compromised on a few things. But I think we laid out the ground rules early, and we could always use that as a jumping off point. So I was happy with that list. I look back at it after when I put it on Instagram, didn't I? Put it on the gram, as the kids say. When I put it on the gram, say, so damn.
You're so kid. Are you sure you've got adult responsibilities?
Honestly, I might as well just be a kid. So when I put it on the gram, it's flowing out of me now. I had a look at it, and I was really happy with the way it sat down. I know some people have said, especially with our World of Warcraft stuff, there's other people that we could have included, or etc., etc. But I think we held it justified. Yeah, considering we don't know, and I think we did it justice.
Ethan was a bit angry at the Haytham and the David.
And
Lee was very angry at the Sephiroth.
I was just about to say, Payback for Porter messaged me and told me he would no longer speaking to me. He said he was no longer speaking to me, and he's not listening to podcasts anymore after we put.
Not only was Sephiroth not
Sephiroth.
It wasn't even his photo on the tier list.
So yeah, I did look for Final Fantasy VII on the Switch, but it was way more money than I thought. Well, it weren't loads of money, but I was expecting it to be like a $5, and it was like 15-20 quid or something. So I was surprised about that. So I just haven't got that yet because I'm gonna wait till I've got like a big journey or something coming up where I can sit on my Switch for a few hours and pump some hours into.
So that being said, we are now doing the same thing. 35 of video game heroes, main characters, protagonists, the good guys. We've got a decent list. I've gone through and I went through a good few of tier lists and like cherry picked.
Yep.
The big ones, I've tried to keep personal biases out of the ones I've picked.
Yep.
But obviously, I can't physically help it. But I think it's good. So do we want to talk about what we're going to consider?
Yep.
Them?
Well, what do you think makes a good hero?
I've got character design, the lore of the character, their story and their participation in the story, like what they do, like if they have like big achievements, if they're a bad boy, or like if they overcome bad shit, you know what I mean? And then the overall worldwide appeal. So quite similar. I suppose we could also put origin story in.
Yeah, I don't think it matters as much with the heroes. It does because the origin story is normally the game.
What you're doing, yeah.
So you've got character design, i.e., what they look like.
Yes.
Their lore of cool. Their lore in terms of like, how cool they are and stuff. The story and like what do they do
and what they do, and then
and their actions and worldwide appeal. Would people outside of gaming know them?
Yep.
Are they legends? Okay. Anything else that we need to go through? What do you think?
I don't think so. If we find something going in later date, then we can go like quickly circle back and just add that.
What happens if I suppose if they do anything offensive or anything stupid like that, that's in part of what do they do.
Yeah.
And then we'll just mark them out of those and then go where they go. Looking at this list, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a caveat out there for people.
Yep.
Once again, this is S to D within context of this list. The reason why I say that is because every single one that Josh has picked here that I can see are all quite high gaming protagonists and heroes. Now, if they were being compared to other people that Josh, I mean, I can't see many rubbish ones he's put in. They're all quite high.
Like villains, a D on this list would still put them top like 30, 50 characters of all time. Like this D does not mean they're like the worst character of all time. D just means they're probably like not as goated as
yes. Like the stupid graffiti game we mentioned the other day where you go around graffitiing. That protagonist on that game isn't on this list. If he was, it would scupper the list so much because they are high quality. There's two people on here that I would not say are protagonists as well. We'll get to it when we get to it.
No one wants to see us rating like God tier, put in like people that should be S. No one wants us to we want to debate great from great, not good from bad. You know what I mean? It's an easy distinction. We want to get deeper and part great to amazing.
I agree.
Just push them out. So
there's going to be some really good conversations on here as well.
I think there is, right? Starting with 10 and start with a big one. John Marston.
I really hope this didn't come up so soon.
It's one. First one, John Marston.
I hope it didn't come up soon because
and it's our first one. I feel like John Marston would have benefited. We would have benefited to talk about John Marston when we've got placements for each ranking.
If we could see this, the reason why I didn't want to do this first is I don't believe you can talk about just one person here because I can see him. He's also on here, and I think you should talk about them both.
Do you want to talk about them both? Should we do that? because Arthur Morgan is it. So this list does have a few from the same like franchises and stuff, purely because it's how video games work. So this list does include John Marston and Arthur Morgan.
So now, when we're comparing John Marston, do we consider Red Dead Redemption 2's John Marston involved in the character?
I think. Well, are we talking? I don't know, because we only play as him in number 1, don't we?
We do, but are we talking about the character as a whole? I think we talk about the character as a whole.
So 1 and 2 rather than, which is fair enough, because some protagonists are going to benefit from having multiple games. If they're that good of that,
he's probably more fleshed out than Arthur Morgan.
But my ranking, my opinion is if a protagonist,
and let's not compare him to Arthur Morgan. I tell you what, let's stick John Marston where we think he is as an initial thing. He'll move up and down, and when we come, we'll properly debate it when Arthur Morgan comes out.
What I was just want to say, my opinion is if a character has like 5 games, something about them means they deserve 5 games. No bad protagonist is getting 5 games. You know what I mean? So John Marston.
We'll see.
We'll get to it
about that. I'm really going to really upset some people on this list. I can see somebody that he's going to get a lot lower than I think he should.
So, John Marston, what are you saying? The cowboy that stole everyone's heart.
Before we go through the list and what he does, okay, where are you putting him? Did we only do S to D on the villains? Because I feel like there's not. Okay, fine. Where are you putting him?
Yeah.
I feel like we had more.
Oh no, I think we had like F.
Okay.
We had E and F, but I don't think anyone deserves E and F on this. I can add it if we want to, but I don't think anyone deserves it.
Fine.
I think John Marston. Initial thoughts is high B, A.
That's exactly the same sentence I was about to say. I feel
depending on who's in A, he could go A. Depending on who's in B, he could go B.
He could easily be an A, or he could easily be a B. He's such a hard one to put first.
If I put him in A now, and then we put some fucking juggernauts in A, he'd be out of place. If you put him along,
I'd like to move him up if he deserves it. I would like to place him at a high B. Okay. Character design.
So we'll put him there, and then we'll talk about it.
Character design.
He's cool. He's a cowboy.
He's a cowboy, which gives you an extra few points anyway. Let's be honest. Cowboys are fucking
gnarly
awesome.
Scars on his face. He sounds like a bad boy. He's cool. Like,
a cool boy. I wish somebody could speak like him right now and say Abigail down my ears. Abigail. Oh my god! Just as a quick, complete side note, have you seen the trailer for the Undead Nightmares 2?
No.
It looks very good.
Is it real?
I think it was real. If it's not, I'm going to be upset.
The fact that I haven't heard about it makes me think.
Lore?
He hasn't got a lot of lore. He's just a man that does crime. It's expanded on in 2, but not a great deal. So we know that Dutch took it from a young age and taught him, but we never see it. And he did leave the group multiple times. He's the bitch of the group.
Story, actions, and what do they do? So,
in the first one, he's a unit.
He does some great missions.
In the second, he does fuck all.
Because it's not his game.
But still, he gets attacked by a cat. Then he gets kidnapped. Then he forces you out into a shootout. Then he gets arrested into a prison.
You do play him in number 2?
Yeah, at the end. So he gets lost on a mountain trail and gets attacked by a wolf. Spends half the game incapacitated, then gets kidnapped, then moans, then gets put in prison, which you then have to save it, and then rides off with his family. So it's not a great look. He's not a great look.
He's so cool in Red Dead 1 there.
Yeah, he is. Again, though, first thing he does is just get shot immediately out of the gate because he just stands talking to Bill Williamson. He just does some stupid ass shit.
His ending's cool. The way he goes out is a bad boy.
Goes out like a pro. We'll give him that.
If you haven't guessed, there's going to be a lot of spoilers in all this thing. So the way he goes out and gets killed, he goes out like a bad boy.
Well, he does go out like a bad boy, but I feel like he could have done a lot of other different things than.
Would non-gamers know who he is?
Probably not.
No. I know you can't use them as the basis. Because they're not really that normal in the pop world and they are quite older. But I'm telling you now, there's a couple of people on this list. If I showed my mom and dad, they'd tell me who he is.
Yeah, 100%.
Mom and dad would not know who John Marston is.
No. So
I'm quite happy at this point to leave him at B, we can debate it further if.
So what I did is before this list, I got Lucy to go through the list, look at the list of names, try and match them with the people, and then rank them on looks alone. And she could not tell you who John Marston was. So I don't think people know him, but I'm happy with that. We can move him. Next up is 29 Sub-Zero.
See, I don't even think he's a good guy. Is he? He's not.
Yeah, he is.
I suppose he is compared to the other one next to him.
He's a good guy, and he's one of the main characters you play as him.
Sub-Zero is better than Scorpion, I suppose, and he is good in Thingy. I freaking
them two
love
are the
Sub-Zero
of Mortal Kombat, pretty much. Them two are Liu Kang.
Oh, yeah, but Liu Kang's not on this list, weirdly. He looks fucking awesome. His lore's cool. He can do ice. He's the best character in Mortal Kombat. His character design is amazing. Quite a lot of people. Mom and Dad could tell you who Sub-Zero is.
A lot of people know.
Whether that's because of us.
He's the second coolest character in Mortal
Kombat. Just so you know, okay, and I'm doing this in terms of... I'm doing this for... I don't want to completely kibosh this whole podcast in a big, massive row. We have been arguing.
These go the same rating. No matter where they go, they both, because again, the other one is
Sub-Zero.
They go the same one.
Scorpion, that's what I'm saying. Scorpion and Sub-Zero go in on the same list, and the reason why I say that is you're 23 years of age.
We're talking about it for years.
We've probably been arguing this point for 17 years.
It's so mad though that they exist. Where yellow is my favorite color, I think fire's cooler than ice. I literally have my perfect ninja, and you have your perfect ninja, and they're mortal enemies. It is so mental.
The only thing Scorpion has over Sub-Zero is get over here. He's fucking awesome.
He has better fatalities.
And
has cooler sword.
He doesn't look cooler. No, we're not. Cooler. Stop baiting me in to the Sub-Zero Scorpion row. And Ellis, you can fuck off as well if you're listening, because I know that you're a Scorpion guy. And I know that because...
How angry are people going to be if we put these two at the same level as John Marston or higher?
He's higher than John Marston. Sub-Zero and Scorpion are higher than John Marston.
That's what I'm saying. But people get
No. I'm just debating whether they're A or X. They're
awesome, aren't they?
They're freaking cool.
And I know, again, no, this isn't a movie podcast.
I was just about to say...
The film was flawed, but how good is that fight scene between the two of them in Mortal Kombat?
They got every one of their moves in, even including the ice slide, the silhouette. I wasn't expecting to do the silhouette move. I really wasn't. That's the bridge I thought was going to be too far. And when he flipped out and left the silhouette, I had the biggest Mortal Kombat boner there was. Honestly, it was
at that point, though, nothing's out of order. At that point, you've got to lean into it. But nah, they are. I think they're A. Both of them. They're incredible. Well known. Incredible lore for both of them. Character design, yes, they're ninjas, but they're cool as fuck ninjas. And in the stories, they are quality. Like, whole Sub-Zero thinking, Scorpion killing all of Sub-Zero's like family, and then Sub-Zero coming back from and murdering Scorpion, but then Sub-Zero, original Sub-Zero, Behan dies.
I still find it so weird to rate these as good guys.
They are, though. No, Sub-Zero definitely is. The new Sub-Zero.
Oh, Sub-Zero is, yeah.
Not Behan, because Behan dies and becomes Noob Saibot. Not him, but actual Lin Kuei Sub-Zero is a good guy. And so is Scorpion. Apart from the whole massacre in the tribe, he then comes back like he's like Ghost Rider. He's like Ghost Rider. He's a vengeful... will murder you.
There's some games where he's more evil than good, and some games where he's more good than evil. Yeah, that's the problem with that lore. That lore is so...
It's so rich.
Entwined that you can look at so many different points. I suppose they're not with Qui-Gon Jinn, and then they're always fighting those, aren't they? So.
Quan Chi. What's Liam Neeson doing?
I don't know. I meant Quan Chi. That's what I meant.
Fucking Quan. Both A. I'm saying it, both A. Both of them shit on John Marston.
Yeah, and I just don't think the rest, because I'm looking at a few people who are bigger than him.
Me seeing them in A, and seeing John Marston B, I'm thinking there's a bigger gap than one level. There's not one level of gap between them. There's a bigger gap between them.
I agree. So they either go to S or he goes down to C.
I think he goes down to C. still, again, C is still on the highest echelons of Jack
in compared to everyone else, but in this list, no one can say John Marston's on the level of Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
No one. So
we can't get flack for that. There's no flack for that, surely.
No way. So moving on. So I've dropped him down to C. Moving on is one of the main characters from one of the longest and best running horror franchises of all time. It's Mr. Boulder punching himself, Chris Redfield. Chris Redfield is better than John Marston. Fact. In every single iteration of him, in the absolute, my favorite super jacked Resident Evil 5, he's a bad boy. In Resident Evil Village, he's a bad boy. The only time he's not is back in the PS1 Spencer Mansion. Chris Redfield is a fucking unit.
Okay, let's go through the list because
characters
personality needs to go onto this list because that's one thing we forgot. Character design.
Wham. If we're talking about his best character
design... It's just wham. That's it. That's all he is.
His best character design is Resident Evil 5, and he's a wham bad boy motherfucker, bro. His best SA uniform.
Muscles, that's all.
Bro, he's so cool looking. He's cooler looking than Leon.
I wouldn't say Leon's that cool looking.
No, Leon looks like a bitch. But Chris Redfield looks like a man. Chris Redfield looks like he could do this shit. This man punched a boulder, and looking at his character design, you think he could.
Listen, Leon, I'm not giving Leon any super cool credits at all for his design. I'm not. But what I will say is, at least Leon's got one thing that distinguishes him a little bit in that he's got some kind of signature hairstyle. Chris Redfield is the most generic white man of generic white men.
I don't think
he is. It's just that in number 5 they give him extra stupid muscles like Abby.
But he could break Abby in 4.
Is Abby on this list? Because
no.
That could have caused chaos.
He could break Abby in 4, man. No,
he's so muscly that he looks silly.
I
don't think character design's that good. I think he's generic white man with muscles that look too silly, in my opinion, for Chris Redfield.
You take him at his Village interpretation where they toned it down, but he still looks like an absolute unit.
Yeah, he looks better in Village.
His Village is cool as fuck. And then at the end when you're playing it and you just run through like you're struggling with Ethan Winters and then you play as him, Chris Redfield, and he's got all the gadgets, all the tech, he's got a machine gun, a karambit, and he's just mopping the floor with werewolves.
Right, real quick, right? What I'm going to say, and then we'll get back to the argument. This is what I'm going to say. Character design, I think he falls down. He's at the lower end of the A, B, C, D tier, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Look, he's going to be a little. Just let me get through it. He's going to be towards the top in the thing because most Resident Evil lore characters is good.
Mm-hmm.
What he does some pretty bad boy shit with he's up there, so he's going to be high B/A for that. Worldwide appeal.
More people know Chris Redfield.
More people know him in Asia and stuff, and they'll know him more than Leon. But in terms of like mainstream media, there's a lot of people who couldn't name him. And personality, you might as well put a piece of paper there.
Nah, he's not that bad.
He is.
He's not.
He's in comparison to other people here.
He's big.
Come on.
It's Chris Redfield, bro. It's Chris motherfucking Redfield. The man's in Fortnite. Is John Marston in Fortnite? No. Is Chris? Yeah. Is he in Marvel vs. Capcom? Yeah. This man's in like 3 other games.
I'm not arguing that he's not better than John Marston.
I think he's B. He's in 3 other games. He's Chris motherfucking
But again,
Redfield.
doing what you're saying, is there really one space gap between Scorpion Sub-Zero and him?
And Chris Redfield, yeah.
I don't know.
Don't get me wrong, he's low B, but he's B. And I think Scorpion and Sub-Zero are high A. They're on the upper echelons. Bro, you're doing Chris a disservice, right? What's next?
If it was D, C, and A, I'd be happy.
Okay.
But
I think this next one's easy. The next one is Sonic himself. I don't like Sonic. I can't stand Sonic. It's Sonic, though, isn't it?
Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yes, we could talk about it. It's S.
Character design.
Fantastic.
It's timeless. Timeless.
I prefer this. Again, I'm saying this. You can't see it. I prefer like proper 90s squashed, more smaller Sonic, like almost like childlike Sonic, where he doesn't look like a weird, gangly. I prefer 90s cartoon Sonic. That Sonic, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's peak Sonic, I think.
His character design's cool,
iconic.
It's not the best lore in the world.
Oh no, it's trash. But
personality, he has got one. He doesn't speak, but he's got a personality. He
speaks more in like the cartoons.
He speaks in the cartoons and the films. The films are wicked.
The later games,
I really like the films, and he's got attitude. In story, okay, in terms of like actual gameplay, what he does, well, he runs really fast, and that's not it really. But
worldwide appeal, bro.
Worldwide appeal, it's Sonic.
Sonic? It's S. It was always going to be S, but we could just talk about it.
I think Maylee would know who Sonic is.
Probably.
She's 2. And she'd know who Sonic is. Yeah, he's going to be. He's got to be S, and he's got to be S.
There's a few given easy ones. So, first S is Sonic, understandable. Next one, Ellie. Ellie from The Last of Us.
I can't believe Abby's not in here because I wanted the beef.
Ellie. We can talk about the beef. So I know what you're going to say now is you prefer Abby to Ellie.
Do I prefer Abby to Ellie?
I think Ellie's a better character.
Hear me out. Ellie is a better character.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer Ellie's character to Abby. I'm just on Abby's side. That's the difference. That's what I'm saying. I don't prefer Abby to Ellie because, again, this isn't a film and game thingy, but again, like I think one of the best characters in Game of Thrones is Cersei. I don't like her. But Sons of Anarchy, one of the best characters is Gemma. Do I like her? No, I can't stand her. She's one of the best characters, and that's the same with Ellie. Do I like her? No, she's a bit whiny.
I like her in the first one. I like her like halfway.
I like her until she goes back out.
Mm-hmm. She just does.
But I'm on Abby's side. I think Abby got a bad rap. I really do. And the amount we talk about Last of Us is crazy. But I think we could do a whole episode on The Last of Us 1 and 2. I'm so excited for January. Where
does Ellie go in the pantheon of games? She is
character design. She's very cool, but she is a generic human.
She's Ellen Page. She's one of the two of the greatest video games of all time. She's one of the
that's and more importantly, one of the greatest video game stories as well. So she's the driving force behind the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, if
she's integral.
Yeah,
she's not like a passenger of one of the greatest stories.
Right, by that I mean the personality of the characters are strongly part of that game. Like, if you was to argue, so I love Rayman, for example. I could argue that Rayman Legends is one of the greatest games of all time in terms of like platforming that, but you don't need Rayman for that. You know what I mean? That could have been a blob. You can swap that for a blob.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can actually change your character in that game to Go Box. So, but this is a story-driven game of which is one of the greatest. Let's say what it is. It's one of the greatest bits of media ever made. It's not just a bit greatest game. It's one of the greatest media ever made.
Great story. So
if they get this TV series right in January,
where does she go? Is she S? Is Ellie an S? Is Ellie an S tier character? To be part of the two of the most successful and best video games of all time. Both stories of which are integrally her story.
Hear me out.
You see them through Joel's eyes, but they are integrally her story. Yeah.
Can I say something then? If not wanting to rush through the list and not wanting to do more than one person, but if you're thinking about giving her an S, I don't think Joel's the same level as her. I know they're 1 and 2, but I feel like there's way more dimensions to Ellie.
Trying to unpack
and
that.
You get Ellie in 2, and you don't really get Joel in 2.
You do. You get a good bit of Joel. You do.
You do get a good bit of Joel.
You get a lot more than you think.
Yeah, with the flashbacks and stuff, I get it.
I think the
opposite
to you. I think the opposite to you. I think Eddie's better. I think Joel's better than Ellie.
They're both great, aren't they?
They are, and they most probably will end up both being S. But I think Joel's better than Ellie. Joel's story, performance, and everything about him is just like it's one of the most heartbreaking things I think I've ever seen. Like the gut punch of when you go back in number 2 to go to that dinosaur museum and how much he does to give her like the birthday present and seeing his little face when she says she can never forgive him, but she's going to try, and seeing his little face.
To be honest, I'd probably put Joel above. I know what I just said, but I'd put Joel above Ellie just purely for the. If that man could read me a story every night.
That man has.
Does anyone remember the first time you saw the Last of Us 2 trailer? And not the first one. You think I'd let this do on your own? Oh, mate, I've just got goosebumps. Genuinely, I've just got goosebumps. It's probably because I'm freezing cold, but I have got goosebumps.
When he hits with the, you have like no idea what loss is. Oh, so I think they are. I think they are. I think it's a good showing.
They're definitely on par with Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
Oh yeah.
It's whether we put them above that.
I think they are. I think them two going in S is a very, very clear indicator of the two separate bits of criteria. There's two ways of getting to an S tier character. You can be this 360 3D rounded perfection of a character, or you could be like an icon. Like no one would say that Sonic has the emotional depth or anything like that like Ellie does. But no, even with all those faults and flaws.
But what happens to the people who are both?
Then they go on S tier or S plus tier. I'll put a new tier in until we find one of those. Because I do think there is a character that is both that.
There is. There's a couple.
Do you think?
The reason why I'm conscious to put them to S is there are people.
Yeah.
There are some people who need to be upper echelon, maybe above them in the gaming world. But I do think they're S tier. Yeah, so what Josh is doing now is he's making a God tier row. I don't keep Sonic as an S. I don't think he's
Yeah. I'm figuring it out. Sorry.
Okay, so
if we
I think we could put Ellie and Joel as an S tier, but I don't think they're God tier. You have to be so special for God tier. I say that, but I can see 2, potentially 3.
Okay, so we will get to them because I'm. So you think in order to go into the God tier, you have to be both an icon of the gaming world and actually have a character about you?
You don't necessarily have to have it depends. Like, some people might be an icon to the point where they're God.
So we're saying Joel and Ellie are A.
S.
S, sorry. I put them there and then immediately said they were completely.
Yes.
Okay. I'm happy with that. And we got 2, and we've killed 2 with 1 stone, so that's fine. Right, next is Arthur Morgan. Speaking of doing quick ones, Arthur Morgan.
Quick question. I'm going to ask you a quick question real quick, and I want your answer.
Immediate answer. Yep.
Do you prefer Arthur Morgan to John Marston?
Yes. Unequivocally, yes. I think Arthur Morgan is just John Marston improved in almost every way. Style, voice, character, personality, everything that John does, Arthur does better.
I think you're going to cause quite a lot of issues, and there's a lot of people who won't agree with you with that.
I don't think that's true.
Can I tell you something?
You agree?
I'm not one that's going to argue with you. I agree. For the very long time, I said John Marston was better than Arthur.
People were
when I stopped changing it. When I completed the actual game. When I completed the game, and you see what.
It's not even when you complete the game because
John's better than Arthur until you really get into the story of Red Dead 2, and then Arthur is so good.
My issue with Red Dead 2 is that the best moments of Arthur come from side quests that people might not have done. In your meetings with the nun, and when you have the sit down, I don't know if you did the side quest with the nuns.
Yeah.
So when you do more, so there's like secrets. When he just sits down and he just talks to the nun about like being scared of dying and stuff like that. And like all of these bits are lost and you can never explain. Or like when you're in the campfire and people talk about what they want to do when they die, and it's just like I feel like John Marston is a caricature of like a cowboy. He is just cowboy. Where I feel as Arthur Morgan is a human being. I feel like I know Arthur Morgan.
I think John Marston would be so different if they did Red Dead 1 now.
Yeah. I think he's a B.
I think Arthur Morgan to be a tier above John Marston and in the same tier as Chris Redfield sits so right with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's not as iconic as Chris Redfield yet, but he just does everything. He's so good, man, and his voice.
Again,
voice.
could read me a story.
Oh God. He literally. So there's like.
I want Arthur Morgan and Joel to talk to each other.
There's weird TikTok pages of people just love it. Like some of the shit he says to his horse. If you have a female horse, it's like easy there, girl. Like people just like are weird about it.
Oh, mate. Where's my money?
We keep flicking. We keep flicking between like franchises. So now we're going 14. Leon S. Kennedy. Backstreet's back. All right. Do. Look at him. His little fucking haircut. Looks like he's in a boy band.
At least that makes him recognisable.
For a bad thing, though.
Yeah, at least he's recognisable. At least there's some character to him.
Is there?
In terms of
his not in Resident Evil 4. Yeah, his looks a little bit iconic, but there's nothing. You think Chris Redfield's a personality thing? He has way more than Leon. Leon is nothing in Resident Evil 4.
No. I feel like you're gearing up for me to completely defend Leon to the high hills. I think Leon.
I know Leon you love Resident Evil. You don't love Leon.
I think Leon is just a vessel. I don't think he's that fleshed out. Really, I really don't. I think
you
can voice acting's not that good. I think you could replace him. I'm not.
I think if I
could play Resident Evil 4 as Hank, I would.
Yeah. So you know how Resident Evil Village is as good as it is without Ethan Winters, because Ethan Winters is one of the worst protagonists in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like it stands on its merit, regardless of that fact, which I think is what Resident Evil 4 does.
All I'm saying is that
he's not as bad as Ethan Winters, but he does nothing to improve.
He does. He's not. But all I'm saying is, when you was on about like Chris Redfield's look, I don't think there's anything unique about him. He's just a generic guy, except he's a little bit stacked in 5. Whereas at least the hairstyle is a bit more iconic for Leon.
I wouldn't say that. I think all of Chris Redfield's looks, in his many different ones, are all better than Leon's. I think Leon's is awful.
Nah, I like Leon in the Resident Evil 2 remake. He looks really cool.
Nah, not even. His uniform
again.
Cool. I think he's on John Marston.
I think he's happy to be John Marston level.
I think he's better than John Marston. Oh no, he's probably not better than John Marston. Actually, no, I don't think he is. I'll take that back.
He's only there because he's Resident Evil 2. He's Resident Evil 4. He is the best part in Resident Evil 6.
Yeah. So.
And it's Leon Kennedy, you know what I mean? It's like a name synopsis. Oh, just to quickly go through it, his character design is okay. It's nothing spectacular. His law's okay because it's Resident Evil. He's what he does in his actions are coolish. Worldwide appeal. He's probably huge in Asia.
I give him that. They kidnapped the daughter. The president's daughter was kidnapped, and they didn't send anyone. They didn't send like an army or anything. They sent one man. So he gets John Wick points for that.
Yeah.
But still, I think I'm happy with that. Now, the next one, I promise I didn't put in. I promise you, I didn't put it in. He was on a few of the lists. Because it's Isaac Clarke. I didn't put that in. I want to let that known out there. Like, I didn't purposely, I know who's missing. It's Isaac Clarke. I'm happy he's here, because you're probably going to smuggle out, he's not that good of a character. There is so much more depth than you realise to Isaac Clarke. Isaac Clarke is such a good character because he is. I don't think we've had one yet. Joel's probably the closest we have. He's an everyday man. He ain't your video game like protagonist. He's not like super strong, super smart. Like he's literally an engineer that was sent to do a bad job, and he just dealt with shit because no one else would, and he has to.
I'd say his personality is a B.
Yeah, because he goes through some shit, man.
His worldwide appeal.
Trauma.
His worldwide appeal.
People know the mask. People know that helmet.
Worldwide appeal, I'd say C.
People know that helmet. Probably not. They probably
don't
know
the helmet, and they know the game, but they don't know him. They don't know his name. They couldn't tell you what he sounds like. So I'm saying personality B, worldwide appeal C, story, what he does and stuff is probably A. His law is probably A, and his character design is probably S because the mask is awesome.
Everyone knows that suit up. That suit up is better than Iron Man's suit up, and he's and it just like folds around his face, and it looks like It doesn't look like armor. It looks like something that like an engineer would wear.
He's not Scorpion and Sub-Zero level.
But he's higher than them two. There needs to be a middle one.
Or
do we move them down?
No. Just move them two down. John Marston and Leon Kennedy a D. Again, a D in context of great video games.
I think we move Chris down and then Isaac and Arthur a B.
No.
Do you not think? Hang on, let me put it there and then we look at it. Isaac Clarke, Arthur Morgan, Chris Redfield. I think they're B. Yeah. Certain ones do certain things better. So Isaac Clarke has by far the best design, and he has good shit. Arthur Morgan is by far like the deepest like of a personality, and Chris Redfield has the best like worldwide appeal. I think that's a good level. I think that's a good tier. I think that's a good B tier.
Me personally think Chris Redfield's too high, but I'm happy to move.
We'll see. If it looks weird, then yeah, we'll move it down.
I'm happy with Isaac and Arthur Morgan being similar tier there.
We'll get a few more in B, and then we can have a look at the caliber. Okay. Oh, I've pressed the wrong button. Right. Next one. 28. The first second female. Bayonetta. Which you don't really have that much experience with, do you?
Played Bayonetta 2 for a bit.
Did you?
For probably about 7-8 hours, yeah, on the Wii U.
So, character design personality.
Shit crazy.
Character design personality, fucking awesome. So anyone who doesn't know, because Bayonetta is a bit niche, it's very niche, and it's a Switch exclusive. Bayonetta is an Umbral Witch.
Nintendo exclusive.
Yeah, and the Switch.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Bayonetta 1 and 2 weren't on the Switch, though.
Yeah. So she's an Umbral Witch who like deals with demons and stuff. However, she deals with them with using her powers, which is like comes from her hair, which is also what she wears. So during fight, she will use her hair from her body to then go naked, summon giant demons and like fists made out of energy whilst shooting guns. She has her hands on her hands and on her high heels. That is fucking incredible.
I don't like it.
Why?
Now I know.
Do you think it's silly?
I know I don't like it because I think it's silly. And I know that I'm probably in the minority.
You don't like jumping the shark, do you? You don't like going like fucking batshit. You like a bit of madness. You don't like full.
A bit of madness in a little bit of reality, like cool madness. Oh, that'd be cool. When you're dealing with
demons, when you're dealing with demons and angels and all this shit, you gotta go wham, and they went wham.
I like that when her clothes come off and she's naked and she's looking like cool, not in like a sexy way, like in a like. I like that all intertwined.
Female empowerment, bro. She owns it.
She's sexy and she owns it.
She got cool ass story and lore.
Weird and cool. What she does is weird. Worldwide appeal, not great.
Like, people know Bayonetta, bro.
B.
I think it's a B and has the potential to move to A. Maybe. People know her, especially because she's in Smash. She ruined Smash, bro.
Yeah, that going
there was a whole tournament where like 7 of like the 15 competitors were played Bayonetta.
I know.
Okay.
But no, I don't like all that stupid shit.
This one's an easy one. Say it's an easy one. It would have been an easy one before we made the next one. Chris Pratt himself.
Mario. God tier. God tier, Mario, mate. He's the biggest. He's the biggest video game character of all time. Full stop. Like don't even. No, he does. He's Mario.
He doesn't
have
a personality.
He's God tier. He's God tier.
He doesn't have a personality.
He's God tier. He's above Sonic. Even though I've got to admit he's above Sonic.
He's above Sonic. But we said this elusive God tier. Which is why I didn't think there was one, because he has one of the most recognizable. He's one of the biggest things on the planet. But in terms of like, he doesn't have personality. He doesn't have actual like character depth or anything like that. All he does is going a wahoo. Like, there's not a single game where you can, oh no, remember that like Mario
but
moment.
He takes everything to that next. Like, he is video gaming.
I think he's the highest ST you can get, but I don't think he's a God.
So what I'm saying to you is, if someone come here and said, what is the one character that has to be the representation? What's the one icon? Let's just you know how you've got a symbol for something. So there's a symbol thing. If you had to have one silhouette, like you know how the NBA has got the symbol for the thingy for the basketball. If you had to have one symbol for the game, the one character to represent video games all the time, it'd be fucking Mario, bro.
Yeah,
Mario's god tier in video game characters.
We're talking
he just is.
Only when talking about so if we said who's the god of gaming when it comes to like instant recognizability, Mario all day every day. No, you'll never hear an argument.
So you only want if we the god tier, they hit everything.
Yeah,
well, and if we said, only going to be one then.
And if we said who is the god tier for personality, it's not Mario. Anyone that says it's Mario is mad. You can't, in every single Mario game, you probably can show me no moments of like genuine...
Okay, if that's how you want to do it, if you want the god tier to only be when they hit
everything, I was questioning its existence because I don't know.
There is one. There is one. Yeah, there is.
Is there?
Yeah, 100%. There's one.
Okay. So I'm happy with him being highest echelon of S.
There's one, and there's potentially two. But I think there's definitely one.
I think I might know who you're on about, but I don't want to
say actually, no, there could potentially be three.
Okay, so I'm glad that I've talked you down from that. Right. But you understand what I'm saying, like
a bit. I don't agree with it massively. I think he's the god of video games.
How, bro? He has no personality. He says like 8 words. He has no emotional depth, nothing.
He does have emotional depth.
He doesn't.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
Yeah,
he says wahoo, and wahoo's slightly quieter.
No, he doesn't. He makes like a horrible crying noise when he's thingy. He makes a noise when he's scared.
No,
mate. You know when Mario's scared. You know when Mario's happy. You know when he's... Here we go.
No. There's not one genuine moment of like emotional like.
Have you seen him when he loses Princess Peach?
Stop it! You're talking wet.
He's scared when he goes into the thing.
The next one. The next one is the White Wolf, the Slayer of monsters and men, Geralt of Rivia.
Do you want to go for the list first, or do you want to
say Henry Cavill himself? But he's no longer Henry Cavill. They thought they could swap him with the lesser of the Hemsworth brothers, and no one would care. They kind of just announced it on Twitter. I was like, "No, it's happening. Deal with it." Thinking no one would care. Geralt of Rivia. So let's go for character design.
You want to go for the thing before you say initially where you are?
Yeah.
Character design, he's cool as fuck. He's one of the coolest characters I've ever.
Personality, also incredible. He's got that rough exterior, but like
he slays bitches, he kills dragons, he slays bitches, he fights men.
Monsters, anything. Monsters, he fights and slays them all.
He could talk his way out of the situation. Geralt
has magic.
Yeah.
Lore, incredible. Monster, he was literally taken as a child and put through the trial of grasses, which like 1 out of like
also
10
has a
people
cool voice.
Survive. Incredible voice. Winds howling. Was taken as a kid, put poison into his body.
Yep.
That barely anyone survives, and he survives.
Not scared of anyone. Not scared of any monster.
Anything. No. Just bad, like literally in Witcher 3
alone. He kills all the massive monsters. He's just a badass. Has 2 swords.
1 for each. In the third one alone, this giant like death cult of old world elves is coming to end the world in frost. He's like, all right, and I'll kill you all. You know what I mean?
Bad
I'll
boy.
do it. I'll help some old woman find a pan, and then I'll probably kill the demon. You know what I mean?
Bad boy.
Absolutely. And everyone knows Geralt.
Yep.
Everyone. He's S.
Oh yeah, he's S.
S.
I just don't think he's God.
No, he's not God. I think. I would say he's, and it's going to sound weird saying it.
He's very close to God.
I think he's closer to God than Mario.
Okay, I get it. When we just went through that list, I agree. If that's the way we're doing it, he's closer to God. His worldwide appeal is big, but it's not as big as...
It's not as big as like Mario.
It's not as big as it needs to be.
He's third biggest. He's not big enough to be God, no. But he was getting there.
Like...
In a few more Witcher games, when they do like the remakes and stuff, and the next season
he's getting there.
Then yeah,
I've got one character I can see on this list that I'm really strongly going to argue for God tier, and when I compare them to this person,
I think I know who it is. I'm really excited to get to it. So number 1 is Solidus Snake.
He's gonna have to be S as well, isn't he? As silly as that sounds.
I'm so glad that I don't have to like argue this.
I feel like we're putting too many people in S. This is a very strong list.
Like I'm saying, it is a strong list, but look at that S tier and tell me not one of them deserves to not be there. We're having the argument when we had with Zeus. We're like, oh, does Zeus deserve to be S? And then we ran through it, and it was more than obvious that he deserved to be there.
Yeah,
we can go through it after, and we can start being a bit more serious.
Character design is okay. It gets better as it goes on. That's a bad picture. He gets cooler as it goes on. His lore, I mean, I don't understand it too much, but it's
confusing
cool.
as fuck. But
his story, everything he does is cool. That whole scene that you were on about the other day was cool. He's worldwide PL. A lot of people know who he is, and he's in Smash.
I am kind of cheating because when we say this, it's Big Boss and Snake. I know they're two technically different characters, but people...
I have no idea the difference.
You don't know the difference, and people don't know, but people know each of them. Okay. So Solid Snake is like a clone of Big Boss, who is like his dad, and he got the Fox die. So in like Metal Gear Solid 3, that's Big Boss, but Metal Gear Solid 4, that's Snake.
Okay.
But essentially the same person. I'm so glad. I was properly like gearing up for an argument. But
you
like,
thought I was going to put...
I don't know. Like
Metal
Liquid
Gear
as well.
I don't.
I forget that you have a smart brain, and just because you don't like them,
I respect Metal Gear Solid. I just don't like them.
No, I know. I forget that sometimes.
It'd be like you saying Crash Bandicoot. Where's Crash Bandicoot on this list? You absolute tosser! You haven't included Crash Bandicoot.
I haven't.
What a absolute tosser! And no Spyro. And no Spyro.
How long? This is 35.
I can see a few people on this list that you put in ahead.
We were going to talk about mascots at one point, but it's fine.
There's people on here that you put on that they don't deserve their place over Crash Bandicoot.
I know, but we can't be here forever. So the next one, Aloy. Horizon Zero fame, Zero Dawn fame, and Forbidden West fame. How much do you play of Horizon? Play much? Or
say 7 hours, 8 hours on the first one. Killed a few of the big monsters, did a few of the towers, bounced off it. Looked nice. Got bored.
She's a really good character.
She's all right. She's not in this list. She's not that high.
No, I think she's C in this list.
So that puts them with who?
Leon and John Marston.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
That feels harsh though, because she has more character than either of them two.
Yeah, but the other two are more.
She's not in B.
She's not.
Fuck, this is so hard.
Character design. It's all right.
She's cool. She's
There's nothing special about her.
Yeah, but she's a woman in a medium.
World's cool. Her world's cool, and she's a woman. That gives her a bit of a bonus because there ain't many.
Genuinely not. Like, there's not that many great ones. I did try to look to Google to put more in because I looked in it and it was very like white man dominated. So I was like, nah, let's try and get a bit more women in it. And obviously there's loads, but like there's like people like Life is Strange.
Got a bit of colour in there. There's no real black protagonists in the video game world.
There's video games voiced by them, but yeah, there was like Lee from Walking Dead. But again, some people did get excluded from this just because me and you aren't as knowledgeable.
Yeah. I mean,
me and you ain't going to sit here and discuss like Lee.
I don't understand. I mean, I'm not going to get into this topic at all because it's too political. But for how much like they try to like push, like different ethnicities in film when they are already well represented. There should be a push in the gaming world. There's no reason why that shouldn't be a thing. I don't understand.
Again, the only main one coming to my brain, obviously I know you could do character customization, but like the only one straight coming to my head is Lee from The Walking Dead.
I can think of a few people in like Last of Us, but there's no main characters I can think of.
No, that's it. But like I said,
really.
We're not going to put him in there. Me and you talk about it because we don't know anything about it. He is Paul.
And that's Paul. Oh, Deathloop. They're both.
Deathloop, both the leads are black.
Both members are black, aren't they? Yeah. But
not great characters though. He's got a cool voice and he's got a cool persona, but that's a loss of the game itself.
That's
in the game.
Paul. Enter the Matrix.
Are you going back there to find one? No, because no, you couldn't choose players.
The black lady, yeah.
Look how far you have to go back for that.
But yeah, it's not good enough. Video game, sort yourself out. Carry on.
Yeah. We said all we say about Aloy. She's not B, but she's way better than them two.
Yeah. Do you know what?
The more I see this list, the more
I don't want to talk about Aloy that much. And the reason I don't want to talk about it is because she's just a bit boring.
She gets better as the.
She is, bro, in terms of compared to all these.
Right.
She is.
Going from the lovely represented to empowerment of good, strong women and has a real fleshed out character. We're going to a big monkey that throws barrels.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Where are you putting Donkey Kong?
Right. Do you want to go for the list, or do you want me to just say where I think he should be first and then go?
You have more affinity for Donkey Kong than I do.
Donkey Kong's A.
Okay.
Donkey Kong's not Sonic and Mario level, but he ain't far off. So it's hard with mascots. It's hard with mascots and stuff. It really is.
Because they're designed to be nothing more than. If you think of every mascot now, every mascot looks distinctive as it has a great character design.
Donkey Kong had more personality in their first games than Mario and Sonic.
Yes.
Their worlds were cool. His character design's cool. I know he's only a monkey, but he is cool.
No, I ain't giving you points.
It's still cool.
I'm not giving you points for it. It's a monkey with a tie.
I like his lore. I like how we know his family and stuff with Diddy Kong and
mascots don't have a lot of good thing going on back behind the face level of it.
The level of, and you do have to consider their games that these people are like. If any of these people, if there's no coincidence that all these people are also in good games, if they're in bad games, so you do have to go on the quality of game. And Donkey Kong's games are great; they really are. Donkey Kong 1, 2, and 3 were great back in the day, and then their latest one, Tropical Freeze, I can't believe never got a sequel because it's fantastic. So yeah,
off the top of my head, if there's any great video game characters in bad games. My brain instantly went to Lollipop Chainsaw. But then again, I can't really think of her name. But she's a cool character. That's not necessarily a bad game. It's difficult.
That's a difficult one. I wonder if you could think of one.
But no, okay, I'm happy with that. It's Donkey Kong at the end of the day, isn't it? It is literally. Gordon Freeman.
Half-Life. No, this is hard because you don't have an affinity for Half-Life. Like
absolutely fucking not. He don't talk. He's generic white dude in a suit. He's D.
Does he talk?
He's only no. No, I don't think he does. He's only there because for some reason people had this mad affinity for Half-Life. I think it's the best thing that's ever invented. I didn't even want him on this list.
It came out, bro.
Yeah, but I don't even want him on this list. I didn't even want him on this list.
Crash Bandicoot took his list.
I would have replaced him with Crash Bandicoot immediately, but for some reason he's on every list.
I'm not going to argue. I don't know enough about him to argue for him. So
you don't talk. You don't see him because it's all first person.
I don't know his lore.
A scientist at a Black Mesa facility.
The only good thing he's got is that it's a good game.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Half-Life's a good game.
Or was it just revolutionary?
No, it was revolutionary, but it was good at the time. Like you can't compare it to today's standards. It's hard to do, so you don't realise it's hard.
Here's one that we probably argue on.
Go on.
Hey, Kazan, want to go bowling? Nico Bellic. You have a lot more affinity for this than I do. I fucking can't stand GTA 4 or Nico Bellic. I think he's shit.
I think he brings something to GTA that most GTAs don't. I think he's got a personality. I think he's backstory.
Every one of GTA 5's characters are better than Nico Bellic.
Yeah, you've only included one of them on this list, which I found
it's the ones that are the list, bro. And at the moment, you've already wanted me to add another 7 characters. So now we're looking at 30 odd.
I mean, you've got my favourite one from GTA 5, but it's so weird that you ain't got the other two.
No one else is here from GTA 5.
Yeah, there is. Isn't that Michael there?
No, this is not Michael.
Who's that? Sorry, bad podcast. That's Michael to me.
No, it's not Michael, brother. It's probably who Michael was based on and looked on.
Okay.
That's Dead Family Cop.
Right.
But I just did the list. We could do another list because I'm sure people scream at us for missing people. But I also want to do best NPCs and stuff. But yeah, you already want me this list to be 45, 48 long, and we're already getting on. Nico Bellic, he's not very good. He's higher than Gordon Freeman, but less than C. He's a D tier
Nah, he's not.
He's a D tier, bro. He's not better than John Marston or Leon Kennedy.
Leon is in there because of his lore and how many games he's in, but Nico is more personality than Leon Kennedy.
No.
Yes, he has. You just don't like GTA 4?
No, I don't. I really don't. I don't think GTA 4.
Stop being a wipe. He's going at sea.
Is he going at sea?
He's going at sea.
Is he going at sea?
You're not putting Nico on the same level as a man who doesn't talk. Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid.
But
Nico talks. He has interrelations with people. He's an immigrant. He's got a backstory.
Is more well known.
No, put Nico Bellic at sea.
No, man, that's bullshit. That is bullshit, and I'm not. I'll allow it. Bullshit.
How is that bullshit?
Do you mean he's just not a very good character, is he?
You just hate GTA 4 because you're weirdo.
I do. Right, this is the one that might get your head cut off when you're going in a haircut tomorrow. Jin. From the Tekken.
Is he protagonist, is he?
He's the main character from it, surely. It changes.
I have no idea, but yeah.
Technically, if we want to get technical, the only one I could ever think of as being a protagonist, you play as Lars in Tekken 7, like gameplay, in the story mode and stuff like that. But in terms of like the very first ones as well, Heihachi was the bad guy, and I'm pretty sure Jin was the good guy. And then
I'm sure
it developed.
I'm going to get told exactly what Jin does.
I think Jin was the protagonist of the Tekken anime as well.
Dale's going to tell us exactly how much he earns.
His middle name, his blood type.
What his Devil Gene abilities do and stuff.
He's cool as fuck.
He is cool as fuck.
His character design's not, but he's cool as fuck.
Is EC as well?
That feels harsh.
Be there?
How far does Ruler Cool get you? Because he's cooler than all of this.
I think Jin's better than Chris Redfield.
Yeah, but I think that's true, but I don't think he's better than anyone else in B tier.
That's why I think Chris Redfield's not in the right tier.
He is. So we think he's B. We think Jin's B.
Yeah.
Bad boy, fights like a bad motherfucker. He's a businessman.
But his spinning kick alone.
Turn into a demon, a devil. I know that's technically a different character, but it's not. Deal with it. Yeah, I'm happy with that. You're gonna get your hair fucked up. 7. I don't get this one, but I suppose horny people. It's 2B from Nier Automata.
Oh, D.
No, bro.
I couldn't even tell you her name. Couldn't tell you her name.
She's better than Nico Bellic. She's a way better character than Nico in every way.
I played Nier Automata, and I didn't even recognise her when you put the picture in. I am a video game geek, and I couldn't tell you her name. She's got no worldwide appeal. Her look is pretty cool in an anime sense, but it's all right. The game isn't that good. I don't get the affiliation for the game. It's not as good as people say it is. There's no way she's better than Nico Bellic. Not having it.
You're gonna.
If you really want to have her a C, you can have her as a C, but she's not better than Nico Bellic.
You're gonna sit there with the audacity of yourself to say that GTA 4 and Nico Bellic are like this good, and then turn around and say Nier Automata ain't that good, and 2B ain't got shit.
GTA 4 is a better game than Nier Automata.
Shut up.
No, it is.
Shut up.
It definitely is.
Shut up.
It is. Nier Automata.
No. Are you sure you're about the right game?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Shut up.
It was alright.
Man.
I just didn't think it was that good.
No way. Nier Automata was incredible.
I didn't get it. Didn't like it.
What the You're not going to let me have her a B, are you?
No. It's not my style of game, to be fair.
Character design, incredible. Personality, she's got a lot going on. She's struggling with the whole...
She's alright for anime.
No. Her character design is cool as fuck.
It's alright.
A cyborg blindfolded in a cool ass dress that have like 2 like ninja swords. Incredible.
Yeah, it's alright.
She's got cool personality because she's like gripping with the fact that like what she's got to do, and she's got to like fight the cyborgs, and she is one. Class.
Look. If you want to put a comparison, like the easiest person, not just because she's a woman, the easiest person is to compare her is Bayonetta, and she's not Bayonetta's level. Don't pretend that 2B is Bayonetta's level, because she's not.
No,
she's not Bayonetta's level.
She's just under it.
So therefore, C is just under B, isn't it?
No, just under it on the same level.
Nah, she's not. She's not the same level. She's not the same level as Bayonetta.
All this is B. She's here.
No.
You're
Bayonetta's B, and this woman is C.
You're mad.
And I'd say 90% of the people that we're listening won't even know who she is.
Oh, I don't know. Well, if you don't, then everyone who doesn't know should play Nier Automata. It's an absolute.
I played Nier Automata and I didn't know her name.
That's on you. That's you not being.
And I didn't like the game.
That's you not appreciating like incredible video games.
So I reckon there might be one person who knows who she is and who listens to us regularly. Out of all the people I know regularly, I think there's one person who knows who she is.
Spiky hair. I have a big sword. Cloud Strife.
Character design's cool as fuck.
Lee, close your ears.
Character design's cool as fuck.
Yeah, it's quite cool.
Buster's good.
Cool. I think
the story is good.
The sword is cooler than him.
Yeah, but it's his sword.
We
included the swords in Geralt.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's like.
He has a lot of worldwide appeal. There are people who say Final Fantasy VII is the greatest game ever made.
They are
I know we're not one of them. There's actively people to do. He's an A for me.
He's an A. Okay. I will tolerate.
Again, I apologise to anybody. I don't have enough knowledge on 7 to argue why it should be S. I'm going to play it because I feel
people know by now that we will. This is not the podcast. If you want to come and hear about how good Final Fantasy is and stuff like that,
I am going to play it though because it probably should be an S.
And I will play the new one because 16 looks incredible, and I have played 15. But yeah, if you're coming here thinking, "Oh, Final Fantasy, old school Final Fantasy gets like the treatment it deserves," it's just ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Next one, the second best assassin in the entirety of the Assassin's Creed line, Ezio Auditore D'Affonenza.
Is that white cloak dude?
That's yes, the Italian cool white cloak dude from 2 up until Revelations. Not the first miserable one.
He's the one I think of when I think of Assassin's Creed.
I think he's the first one everyone does, and then anyone who played Assassin's Creed, I think majority will agree that he's the second best. Well, it's probably majority thinks.
Who's the first best?
Someone else on this list, Edward Kenway. We'll do them both. Ezio is the best assassin. The best character as an assassin, the pirate.
He's only in that one game?
Yes.
He can't be better.
No, he is. He's a better character. So Ezio is a better assassin. If you want 4, 5,
he's got to be higher in this list for that.
Hang on. So if you go in, because obviously people go into Assassin's Creed for lots of different things. Like me and Sim and stuff like that love the historical side of it. People like Eve love the assassin side of it, and also the whole like Animus future, but like the future civilization shit.
That's the worst.
Which I can't stand all day, every day. So if you go in there wanting an assassin that does assassin stuff, he's the best one for you. All day. He's iconic. He's that one. But if you want that, but you also want a proper character, a fleshed out character, Edward Kenway all day.
Somebody who has played 2 for a fair bit, not much else. And
he's definitely I also think Edward
the
Kenway,
one I played the absolute most of is Black Flag, and I couldn't even tell you the character's name in Black Flag.
Do you not pay attention when you play story?
I do pay attention, but what I'm telling you is, as somebody who's outside of the Assassin's Creed franchise,
Ezio
that one is him is higher than Edward Kenway.
Yeah, but no,
Edward Kenway is probably a B.
Shut up, Edward Kenway gets no lower than A. Ezio, I'll give you S, but Edward Kenway is 100% an S, 100%. But we will argue this for the next 6 hours. So I'll happily
accept one character from Black Flag. That one character from Black Flag, a game which I put quite a lot of hours in, that I can't even remember his name. Right?
Oh no, that's on you, though. That's
quite generic looking. You're putting him in the same tier. Just listen to this. You're putting him in the same tier as Cloud, Donkey Kong, Scorpion, and
Sub-Zero. Generic looking. Ridiculous. Generic looking. He has one of the coolest assassin robes because it's mixed with assassins and practical like pirate wear. He has unbelievable character like tattoos of like pirates of the day. He's got a cool Welsh accent. He's a fucking bad boy. He goes from destitute wanting to die pirate to finding
a Welsh bad boy who wants to be a pirate does not put you in the same echelon as Scorpion and Sub-Zero, Donkey Kong and Cloud. Have a day off.
As a character, as an overall fleshed character, he has more.
He's got a bit more fleshed out character, but he loses in every other single one. No one would tell you who he is. I couldn't even tell you who he is, and I played the game. The story and whatnot, the lore he's not winning, and the character design, he fails on everything else. He's just a bit more fleshed out because he's in a game where it gets fleshed out more.
He looks better than Donkey Kong and Cloud all day, every day. He has a better character personality than both of those two.
Doesn't look better than Cloud. Don't be silly. Cloud looks worse because he's in 7 and he's in a PlayStation 1 game. The actual design of the character, the design of Cloud is way better than Edward Conway. I bet Cloud in the new remake looks better than Edward Conway.
Have you seen him in the new remake?
Yeah.
That's what I'm judging him on. I'm not judging off his block pixel. I'm judging off his new one. His character design is nowhere near as cool as Edward Kenway's. Edward Kenway's jumping onto a ship, pulling out like one repeater after another, flintlock pistol out of his thing. No way in hell, bro.
Cloud has got a way better design. Way better design.
Mental.
Way better.
Having a day off.
A much better design.
Not even slightly. Not even in a month for Sundays. Edward Kenway.
No. Edward Kenway is just a generic blonde bloke who puts his hood up. He is not the best design character.
A general warrior. Look at his fashion. His fashion is perfect. Pirate, warrior, and assassin.
It's a cool Assassin's Creed cloak, but no.
He has cool ass tattoos. He's got his character's better than Cloud. Cloud's a boring cunt. No. Don't barely speak. Mumbles his shit. Boring. Don't talk. Tifa's like trying to get on him. He's like, Edward Kenway is a fucking baller. He goes through an actual character arc from going from the distinct position of this is where I am at the start of the game, goes through an entire journey, goes through deep character development, and ends up in a completely different place. When he meets his daughter on that dock and finally starts being part of her life, he's fucking incredible. It's one of the best endings of Assassin's Creed.
There's no way he is better than Arthur Morgan.
Way better. Way better.
No way.
Every day of the week.
He's not.
Better than Arthur, better than Cloud, better than Donkey Kong. Only thing Donkey Kong has on him is recognizability. No. Yeah, he's staying at A. He will go no further down.
I don't agree.
Well, then that's fine. But no. Just
Why
no.
do you get to decide where he goes?
Because there's no... Bro. Because there is just no way that Edward Kenway is anything lower than an A when it comes to overall character of a character in a game.
He is?
No. He's incredible design, incredible character, goes on a journey, goes on an arc. The only thing that lets him down is, worldwide appeal. But still, people know him in Assassin's Creed. If you ask Assassin's Creed fans, people love it. The two best ones are Ezio and Edward Kenway. People will say that. You'll get your outliers if people say, "Oh, I prefer Connor," but people don't. You'll get people that like, "Oh, I like Altair because they like boring bastards." And you'll probably get one psychopath who's like, "Oh, I like Jacob," and they are wrong, and we don't talk to those. It goes.
There's no
in
way
terms of overall better character. It's Ezio. Ezio for obviously Ezio has the recognizability, but in my personal opinion, it's Edward, Ezio, and then probably Bayek of Siwa.
I just couldn't agree.
But I can understand
Ezio's pure... Same level as Scorpion, Zero, Cloud, and Donkey Kong. He's baffling.
Scorpion and Zero have better character designs and have better worldwide appeal. They don't have better characters or personalities or character arcs. Scorpion's on the same level. Sub-Zero's on the same level. Scorpion, no. He has a better character, better personality, better design than Donkey Kong, but Donkey Kong, again, has the worldwide appeal. Has a better design than Cloud, better personality, better story than Cloud. He does. All day. So that's an A.
He doesn't.
Yeah, obviously. That's an A. I've just made a... You compare them, and he's got better than everything can be.
No, he hasn't.
So he's matched on A and beaten on... He beats some things in A. He beats some people of things of A and loses to others, but beats on everything at B, so he is an A?
No.
Yes. We're going to argue this all day.
He's not better than Isaac.
He's
not better than Isaac. He's not better than Arthur. He's not better than Bayonetta. He is better than Chris Redfield, but I think Chris Redfield's too high. And
I'll let you drop down Chris Redfield to keep Edward Kenway at A.
No, I don't care. I'm not going to let you. I don't need you to do that. I just think it's bullshit that you get to put him in an A when I don't think he is. But if we can't agree, that's where he can stay.
We'll come back to it, but my position will never change. We'll come back to it because we're going to be here forever. Hang on, I'm just going to try and generate new number.
Yeah, start speeding this up.
16, Dante, Devil May Cry.
Aye.
You reckon?
That was my initial thought. His character design is awesome.
Let's go. I guess my initial thought was around there, but yeah. Incredible lore, incredible character design, incredible personality, incredible story participation in some of the stories he's in, and everyone knows Dante.
Yep. He's better than Evan Conway in every way.
I think he... There's an argument. There's an argument for S.
He's not S.
There's an argument for it.
There is an argument for it, but he's not.
Do you not reckon?
Nah, he's touching the brim. He's at the same level as Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
I think he's higher. I think he's much closer to being S than them two are. Yeah. I don't know, that one.
I don't think he's got the pedigree to just get him into the S.
Do you not? It's Dante, mate.
No. Devil May Cry's not as big as you think.
It fucking
Devil May Cry's not as big as you think in the echelons of.
Fucking is.
It's not. It's not. I'm telling you.
And
I reckon if I had to put a vote out, I reckon 60% of our people who listen haven't played Devil May Cry.
Oh. Devil May Cry, mate. It's got
massive in Asia, and we're massive because it doesn't have the appeal that you think it is.
Devil May Cry 5 sold mental.
It doesn't have the appeal. And, yeah, I know that it sold mental, but it doesn't.
6 million people, 6 million copies Devil May Cry 5 sold.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there won't be that many people who listen to us as that played it. It just that's a lot in
5 million copies.
I'm telling you,
for a game, and then Devil May Cry 5. When did Devil May Cry 4 come out? 2008. Yeah, there was no Devil May Cry. Oh, there was a DMC. Hang on, there was DMC, wasn't there? There was the remake. So the remake was in 2013.
It's got its audience. I know that. I'm not saying it hasn't.
Mental.
But in the grand scheme of things, in the upper echelons of, what we're talking.
Okay.
It's not the same.
Link.
No.
This is the one that's gonna. I feel like this has Sephiroth. Yeah. I feel like this. Obviously, it should be realistically. He's up there with Mario, Sonic.
Just so you know, like The Witcher. Like the Witcher sold 28 million copies. Like that's the level we're talking.
Well, more people know Dante than Geralt.
No, they don't.
100%.
No, they don't. Stop being
weird.
We're talking about the people we watch on the internet and the upper echelons of we are in the 1% of how addicted and versed in the world of video gaming. Like the majority of video gamers, I'm telling you, don't know Dante as well as you think. Devil May Cry isn't as upper levels as you think he is. It's a great game, and I think he's all awesome and he's cool. He's just not, you know what I mean? Like Last of Us, 17 million copies. Like that, it's a different level. It's a different league.
I still think probably more people would recognize Dante than they would Joel.
No.
Yeah.
They would.
It's Dante. That white hair, red trench coat is
just because you know him. Honestly,
no, it's not even that because I know pretty much every fucking video game character there is. No, anyone that's worth knowing, I'd back myself knowing. But that red trench coat, white hair, iconic. Iconic.
It's upper echelons. He's iconic. That's why he's an A. But it's upper echelons. The
next one is Link.
S tier is like. I mean,
Link should be S tier, shouldn't it? Really?
I think Mario has got. I mean, 40 million just for one game, and then 37 million on his second game, another 30 million. You see what I'm saying?
But moving on, Link.
That's why I think Mario is ridiculous. Link
should be.
His design is meh.
So the only thing he's got going for it is he's like, and it is a big thing. He's known instantly, but in a weird way because people know him as Zelda.
His games are great. We don't vibe with them, but they obviously are great. We're wrong.
I don't think we're wrong.
We're wrong in terms of the overall opinion. Okay, we can have our opinion. That's fine, but as our overall,
I've never played one Legend of Zelda game that's Good.
That you've liked, which is fine. But the amount of copies that they've sold and everyone puts it as top 10 and puts it as their favourite game makes us wrong. He's S tier. We don't agree with it, but he's S tier.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
He's instantly he's known the world over, not even by his right name.
But he's still recognisable, isn't he?
Incorrectly.
He's still,
People look at him and go, "Oh yeah, that's Zelda."
He's the tier above Donkey Kong.
That's a failure of a character, is it not? Is it not a failure of a character? Does anyone see Sonic go, "Oh yeah, that's Tails"? No, it's a failure of a character design if people know you as the wrong game.
But if Sonic was called The Legend of Eggman, people would call him, "Oh, that's Eggman."
Oh,
that's what
would. I don't think they would.
They would.
Let's
it's
go
hard
through
to think that way.
Design. Let's go through design. Design is shit.
It's not. No, it is shit.
Young boy in green.
No, you've got to take into consideration the time it was designed.
I'm taking in all of. There's not one of his designs that are good. His best one is in the realistic one in Twilight Princess.
You're not listening. So, listen. What I'm saying to you is, his design is exactly the same design as the Assassin's Creed geezer above him. It's just that he was designed in the. Let me finish. He was designed in the 90s. He was designed in the 2000s and whatnot with different quality. So what happened is they was limited to what they do. Now I know what you're going to say, but they make games now. They can't fundamentally change what he looks like now.
They have fundamentally changed to update him. He now doesn't just wear the green. He's in his blue garb and he's in his heroic garb. His heroic garb in the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is completely different from what it looks like there. But it still pays
Zelda. They can't mess about with
still not a design. He has no personality because he don't talk. He goes, "Ah!" as he spins in a circle.
His personality is in the same way of Mario, isn't it?
Yeah, none.
In that
existent.
It's all through the words.
Non-existent.
Mario does not have a non-existent personality.
He does.
If you can tell his moods, he's got a personality. He's not a good personality.
No, he hasn't. He shows emotion. He doesn't have a personality. He shows emotion, which robots can literally do. He has no personality.
He's got a very low personality, but he's got a personality.
Barely fucking any. He can display emotions. He can make his sad face go sad.
He has a really good lore.
He cannot be like express like his fucking deepest emotions and fears as a human being.
Link's an S.
Oh,
I don't want him to be an S, but
it's Link. This is our podcast.
I know it is.
We didn't put Sephiroth S. Sephiroth is a bigger S than Link is.
No, he's not.
He is. He's bugging is.
And there's a reason why we put Gandalf as an S.
Did we?
Yeah.
That was wrong.
We did.
Shouldn't have.
There's a reason we did, bro.
Ganondorf at least Ganondorf has a cool design and like has his personality and does and says evil shit and has conversations. Link just stands there and goes for 14 fucking games. Going,
14 of the best games ever made.
Let's not start slapping that fucking title on any of his shit.
Do I agree with that? No, but
like, that's at least something you can say that you don't agree with it.
Don't agree with it, but fundamentally, what people are saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, if the majority of critics and stuff, we must just not be vibing with it, right? But they obviously agree.
I have never played one game of Legend of Zelda that I would consider amazing.
Well, but you're in the minority, yeah?
I don't care. I think
Zelda, bro.
I don't think he deserves that at all.
And there's no way in this world you put Link. There's no way you can put Link in the same category as that Edward fucking Conway. No, you can't. Move on. If you want Edward, if you want Edward in A, you can have it. You can get Link's an S. If you want Link in A, Edward's going down to a B, so you can make your choice.
Because
make your choice.
How can popularity get you that high, but then have nothing about you? We're talking overall character.
It's Link, bro.
I would say a character is better as a character if, let's say, no one knew who Joel was. Let's say barely anyone knew who Joel was. Only me and you knew who Joel was. Okay, but Link was the same. I'm still saying Link is Joel is a better character than Link all day, every day because he has an actual character.
But this is the top gaming characters of the gaming world. And
getting known gets you high, but it is not the be all and end all because that man has no fucking character.
It's not the be all and end all when you're just known. But he's ridiculously known, Josh. And if we don't like the games, what you're failing to understand is that's what's putting your negative spin on it, that you don't like the games. But the games are really good to people. I don't get it. I don't really like them. But it's Link. If you want Link as an A, I won't argue it. But then you've got to move your Edward geezer down. So leave it as an S.
Edward goes
Leave it as an S then. Leave it as an S.
He actually has a character unlike anyone else. Kratos.
S. Fact. And I'll go for it now. Character design.
I think
character design.
He's the closest we have to God.
He's unreal character design. He's literally, it's him and Geralt of Rivia that are just so close to God.
I think he's them.
No, he's not.
I think Kratos. If we are going to give
amazing. What he does is amazing. He's got a lot of worldwide appeal, and his personality is pretty cool. He is very close to God.
I think I don't know if we are going to have a God, but if we were to have a God, the only real one that I would accept is Kratos. He has the world not
Kratos
the same.
Is up there with the God that I'm going to put in the God tier.
So he's not the same known as Mario.
We can have two gods.
He's known.
We can have two gods
above all else, and he actually has a character to back it up. And he has more of a character than Geralt.
He gets more character in the fourth one.
Yeah, but he still has that in 1, 2, and 3. He does.
1 and 2, I'd argue. He's just a meathead.
But he still has more personality.
I'm happy to have him as God along with the other person.
Okay. I don't know who your other one's going to be. I hope it's not who I think he's going to be. But I'm happy that I think Kratos is genuinely... everyone knows him. Everyone knows his design because it's literally iconic. You could take you can just silhouette human with red, like that, his birthmark, his warrior mark, and people know who he is.
Oh yeah, he's phenomenally designed.
And he genuinely
is like coolest voice ever. What he does is bad boy. He slays gods.
You prefer new or old God of War voice? Do you prefer Christopher Judge or I can't remember the other dude now, which is bad.
I think they both do what they want to do perfectly.
Yeah, I don't know.
The new voice would sound weird in the old games, and in the old one would sound weird in the new one.
But I'm so interested to see what he would do in a new version.
I do like the new one.
12. Nathan Drake.
It's S, isn't it?
Yeah, all day. All day is this man. This man's a high S. Mm-hmm. I think this man is like just below Geralt of Rivia. Purely because I don't think he's that recognizable because his design is man. But like
one of the best personalities in gaming.
His stories he goes through. And he's phenomenal.
He is very good. He's an S. So I don't even think we need to argue it or discuss it. He's not got here. He's S.
He's not a million.
He's not far off. He's as far off as Geralt is.
Yeah,
he's as far off as Geralt is.
He has better personality and thingy than Geralt, but Geralt's design.
He's not cool. He doesn't do as much cool shit. Yeah.
Agent 47. This is difficult because people are going to say he has no personality. But that's his character. He's got no personality. Yeah, because he's designed that way. That he's his personality. He's a clone built and teach from early age to feel nothing and murder people.
But he doesn't have more. But he doesn't have personality. You can't like. He doesn't have more personality than Mario.
He has more personality.
I think he's a high A.
And he's cool. I know he's dude in suit, and that barcode is iconic.
But nah,
it's a weird one. People wouldn't be.
I can't have it as A.
What do you mean? He's had 4 films. Granted, not good films, but he's had 4 films. Fucking Raylan Givens played him in a film, bro. Timothy Oliphant played him in a film. He's had like 3, 4 films. People wouldn't be able to say, "Oh, that's Agent 47 from Hitman," but people know the barcode on the back of his head. People know that.
Yeah, they'd just call him Hitman, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. You can have it if you want. Yeah, that's fine. I would put it as B, but yeah, you can have it as A. That's fine.
Lara Croft.
God tier.
Do you reckon?
God tier. Character design is awesome.
So character design is awesome.
Character design is awesome. The lore's good. The story, what she does is awesome. And
So
worldwide appeal, she collapsed the world when she come out. You won't even remember it because you'll be too young.
Obviously, but
You couldn't move for Lara Croft. You still can't go to a fancy dress party to this day without people who don't even know gaming dressing up as Lara Croft.
I'm struggling with two things.
She's god tier.
I feel there are two Lara Crofts. There's the iconic Lara Croft, who has little personality but pure icon when it comes to the design. And then there's new Lara Croft, who is
I'm taking it all in consideration.
Like Nathan Drake, his design is woman, but has all of the character.
But it's all the same character. It's all fleshed out.
Yeah, I'm agree with that.
Tell me one of the five that she is an S tier.
No, it's true.
Tell me one.
True. She's having S tier in all five categories puts you in God. It's the
one thing that stopped Nathan Drake just getting over it was just that little bit of worldwide bit of design and worldwide. But she's got a cooler design that's instantly recognizable. And mate, she collapsed the world. You could go to the middle of Australia. You could go to the middle of Asia in like the thingy and show anyone, and they'll say, "Oh, Lara Croft."
Angelina Jolie played her. Tom Holland played Nathan Drake. Angelina Jolie.
No. Angelina Jolie played Lara Croft at the peak of her powers. When and people can come after me, when Angelina Jolie played Lara Croft, she was the most beautiful woman on this, who had feet on this earth.
Yeah, no, okay. I would never argue with that.
She's
her in that film and in Wanted. Yeah, I'm happy with
Wanted. Wanted. You've just said it. And Wanted. Are you joking? Are you joking?
What are you on about?
Are you joking? After Lara Croft. Real ones, no.
Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Mr. and Mrs.
Is that
Smith,
in Mr. and Smith?
Yeah, all day. But those three. Right, next one is Elizabeth. Bioshock. Because let's face it, Book is fucking shit. Elizabeth is the main character of Bioshock.
I don't understand why she's in here, because she's not.
She is? She's the main...
She's not.
She is? What do you mean?
She's not. She's not the main character.
She is. You telling me Booker DeWitt's more of a main character than Elizabeth?
The geezer that you play as the whole game, yeah, probably.
You play as her in aspects, and you play in her in the DLC.
Nah.
She's like the main driving force of the story, and she's great. Bet she's way better than Nico Bellic. Man, Nico Bellic pisses me off. Is it? Max Payne. What are you even fucking hesitating for? That's A. Max Payne's A. Even if we just take Max Payne 3, we don't even take the ones which we obviously you can because he's incredible. But let's just take Max Payne 3. His character design is quality. When he shaves his head and goes like full mental, quality. Personality, he's a tortured, broken man. He's human. I mean, it's weird because he's dying through slow motion, but like the cutscenes where like he goes like from the mission 1 where you first lose the pie, get sausage, and he's just drinking and fucking putting that in like his narration is like every day, like he wakes up like wanting to die and shit. His lore is incredible. His story and the stuff he does in Max Payne 3 alone. He had a film. Marky Mark played him in a bad film. Max Payne, he's an A. He's A, and I'll push Hitman down.
I think you're getting...
I'm not letting my personal woes. Anyone who's played Max Payne 3...
the quality of the game.
But he's the best bit about Max Payne. He's tortured narration.
How is he a tier better? I don't want you to tell me how he's a bit better. I need you to tell me how he's a tier better than Arthur Moore.
He has better character. He has a better design. He has better personality. I think, if anything, Hitman goes down and he's Arthur. Nah, he's better than Arthur Morgan. He is. He has better stuff in the story. He's like he has more dimensions. I told you
Hitman was in the wrong thing.
I think we drop Hitman down to B and Max Payne goes A.
So Max Payne and Edward Conway are the same level.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Kenway. You keep saying it differently every time, and it pisses me off just a little.
Because I don't know who the fuck he is.
But that's on you, bro.
Ridiculous that he's in A. It's absolute bollocks. Absolute bollocks that he's in A. The character's so good, they didn't even bring him back in any other Assassin's Creed like all the others.
His story was done. Bro, you're mental. You're mental.
He's not
you're
an A.
mental.
In the grand scheme of video game, he's a very good video game protagonist, but in the grand scheme of them,
he's better than every one of those below him.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's
Fact.
Not. He's not.
Commander Shepard.
More people would recognise Commander Shepard.
See.
I don't like Commander Shepard just purely because of the type of game he's in.
Like.
Type of the game that he's in is different to everybody in the way that he talks and answers and stuff. It's
all
he's
him.
very much very much just a vessel for people. Yes, C's correct. Well done. You're doing well there. I thought I was going to have to argue with that. No, he's C. You had it right. No, you had it right. He's C.
He's not, bro. He's
the main character.
He's the main character in like one of the best RPGs of all time.
Don't matter.
One of the best games.
He's just a vessel. You import your personality onto him. It's not his personality.
You could choose. They're all his personalities.
No,
it's a bit of a cop-out.
It's not.
Okay. For argument's sake,
it's hard to. It's hard because your Commander Shepard is different to someone else's.
Yeah,
It's just. It's not your. It's not.
But character design. Okay. So, Duke Nukem. We'll skip it. Duke Nukem.
He's iconic.
He was.
I don't think he looks particularly good. He was iconic. His story
was iconic, and he's got a shit story. He's got high personality. He's got high personality. So offensive
to the point where even I find, like, I'm not the most PC person, but he leaves a bad taste in my mouth now.
See, no, he did in Duke Nukem, like the new one. Old school, he was on that level. When they tried to bring him back, they cranked it hard.
Don't know.
In Duke Nukem, like 3D and stuff like that, he's calm.
But Duke Nukem is more recognisable to me
than any of that,
and has more personality and does more cool things than Hitman and Jin.
I can put him in. Can we put him in B? He ain't got a character, has he?
Who?
Duke Nukem.
He has. He's just a sexist pig.
B.
It's time to kick ass.
Kick ass. And more like a bubblegum. He has hail to the king. Yeah. Okay. B. Kazuma Kiryu. Yakuza. Main bloke out of Yakuza. I'd say low B, high C.
I'd say C.
Just he looks cool. You haven't played it a lot, though, have you?
I've played it enough that I know he's online with Ayla and John.
I think he's the best of C. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Big Green.
I still think Hitman's too high, but
Jolly Green Giant himself. Okay, yeah, okay.
I think Hitman needs to come down.
Jolly Green Giant
himself. I still
himself.
would like Edward Conway and B, and then I'll be happy. But
never. Jolly Green Iron Man himself. The fucking personality vacuum of John Shepard McMaster Chief. Let's get that out of the way. Looks cool as fuck. That's a cool set of armor he's got on.
He can't be below A, can he?
No way. I'm happy highest of A. Because he's iconic. Everyone knows Master Chief. They put Master Chief in the soda. He's mad high tier. Yeah, the thing that lets him down though, he ain't got a great personality, has he? He's standard Marine. And I know people are like, oh, but he's so good in Mass Effect, in fucking Halo 2 and stuff like that. No. He does cool shit and he is cool, but he operates on the rule of cool. That's it. I know he fancies Katana and he wants to fuck Katana and it's all that weird shit, but no.
I disagree a little bit.
Do you think he's S? I'm more happy for him to be S than Zelda.
For me, character design S, lore with all the Halos.
Yeah,
it's got to the point where
he's better than Zelda.
Now.
He's better than
what
Link.
he does and what he does and everything probably S. Worldwide appeal definitely S, but his personality is shit. But if his personality was an S, well, we'd be talking about him in God tier.
I think he's more deserving of S than Zelda and then Link all day every day.
Yeah,
all day every day. It's Halo.
It's Master Chief in it.
I'm happy with that.
But also, there's a lot of people that call him the wrong name.
What do they call him?
Halo. People call him
Halo.
But they do.
They call him the dad. They
circles.
say like that's the dude.
I'm
from
telling
Halo.
you now, if you showed him now to Mom, she'd go, "Oh, that's Halo."
They say the game. I don't think anyone thinks he's called Halo, but they'd be like, "Oh, that's the dude from Halo."
Mom probably doesn't think he's called Zelda, but they'll just call him Zelda.
Nah, people think they called him Zelda. People think his name's Zelda. They wouldn't know someone else is called Zelda in the game. I'm happy with that. So I'll read it out because he has been long, so I will read it out. God tier character. Kratos. Lara Croft.
Not happy with it, yeah.
What do you mean you're not happy with it? What do you mean you're not happy with it? You put him in there?
I know that we've said that you have to get to... I know we said to get to God tier, you have to be everything.
Yeah.
But I think Mario is so above and beyond everything.
He's not everything. He's not S in everything. So therefore he cannot be.
But he's higher than S in most things. That's what I'm saying. Whereas God of War and Lara Croft is S in every category, but like Mario's almost God tier in some categories on his own, just on those things. It's Mario, we move.
And then S, Mario, Sonic, Geralt,
Geralt's so close to being S.
Nathan Drake, yeah, 100%. He's you mean he's close to being God tier?
What was knocking him down?
Worldwide appeal. It's getting there. He's not an S in worldwide. So he's Geralt Rivia, Nathan Drake, Ellie, Joel, Solid Snake, Ezio, Master Chief, Zelda, all in S. A tier is Dante, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Donkey Kong, Cloud Strife, Edward Kenway, Max Payne.
B, that's the one I'm the least happiest with.
I'm telling you, you're wrong, though.
Edward Kenway and Max Payne, I'd move to B.
No way, shape, or form are they moving to B. No way. B, we've got Arthur Morgan, Isaac Clarke, Bayonetta, Chris Redfield, Jin and Duke Nukem. C, Kazuma Kiryu from Yakuza, Aloy, John Marston, Leon Kennedy, Hitman Agent 47. 2B, Nier Automata, Elizabeth from Bioshock, Nico Bellic, Commander Shepard, and then D is Gordon Freeman.
You know, you tried to put Devil May Cry in S for selling 7 million copies.
Yeah.
Do you know how many copies Max Payne 3 sold?
Probably not that many, but
4 million.
That's fine. But he's still a better character. He has a better character than Dante.
He doesn't. He has a different character.
He has a better character. He has a better, more flushed out human character. He does.
No, he does. Yeah, the other one's not a human, but he doesn't. He just has a different character.
He is.
The other one has more personality.
He doesn't. But the other one's a better character.
They have different.
My biggest takeaway from this is how far down John Marston is. And I agree with it. But if you had said to me at the start, do you think you'd put John Marston in C, I would have said no. I wouldn't have. But now that I've seen it.
List is perfect if Edward Conway and...
They're not moving. This is half my podcast. I'm not moving.
Max Payne 3 is a B.
No. This is my podcast. Half my podcast, they ain't moving, bro.
Yeah, it's half your podcast, so why do you get the full say?
I'm not. I just in them two.
Oh, okay. Makes no sense.
But yeah, that has surprised me is John Marston. But I think it's right, don't get me wrong. But yeah. I'm happy with that. God tier, I'm happy with that.
2, that Neo Automata girl, 2I.
She was in C, bro. What are you on about?
Yeah, but I don't even think... You know how we said, like, these are still quality, there's in the upper echelons of, like, all of the characters. She shouldn't even be included in that upper echelon.
Have a
She shouldn't?
day off.
I can think of 3-4 characters off the top of my head that are better characters than her.
I can think of everyone as better than Nico Bellic. Nico Bellic doesn't deserve to be here. 2B at least gets here on... She's got cool design, got cool personality. She's got a great story in law. Well, up here, I lets her down, but even then, not that because a lot of cosplayer knows her.
Yeah, but cosplay's like still a very small percentage of people.
Right. What, not as small as you think?
No, it is. It's not as big as you think. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I only sold 5 million copies. No,
and it's still regarded as one of the best games ever made.
So she won't have that much worldwide appeal. You know what I mean? Like, not that many people gonna...
Bro, she's better than Nico Bellic.
Well, Nico Bellic is in a game that sold 3.6 million copies in its first 24 hours, and near all time they sold 4 million overall. Yeah, so he's going to be more well known.
No one buys GTA for the characters. No one buys GTA for the characters. No one has ever bought GTA for the characters.
Way more flushed out than you think you're giving credit for.
No one buys GTA because they want to play the new character and they want to see how good the new character is. No one.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
You talk so much wet voice about GTA just because you don't like it. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
It's not that I don't like it, but none of the characters in GTA are standout characters. Not one.
That's the most bollocks thing I've ever heard in my life.
Not one character in GTA is like a class standout actual character with like defined shit.
Apart from Nico Bellic.
No, he's not. Nico Bellic ain't shit, bro. The fuck?
In your opinion, yes, he is.
Yeah. Bro, we're just gonna go around about all day.
So 25 million copies.
So, bro, no.
So a lot of people know who he is.
No. Not that many. No, not even having it.
Crash Bandicoot, Spyro.
Yeah, all day. But
Papa the Rapper. Sly Cooper.
Shut your fucking mouth. Did you just say Papa the Rapper?
More people probably know Papa the Rapper than 2B.
Fuck off, Dan. Have a fucking day off. Have a fucking day off in your life, bro.
Why wouldn't they?
Because they wouldn't.
Why wouldn't they?
Because they wouldn't. No one remembers an obscure-ass rap game from the PS1. The Nier Automata is one of the highest-rated games, and it's like a fucking incredible design of a character with
so close to 2.5 million, so not that far off.
Bro, no.
Plus, it was on every single demo. Plus, it was on every single demo on the PlayStation 1. Just as many people probably don't know it.
More people know Papa Rapper, the game that when he was out on Battlestar All Royale, like, people had to fucking explain who he was.
No, I don't think they probably do. I'm just saying.
No, you're just saying dumb shit.
I'm just saying that 2B is ridiculous that she's in here.
No, it's
Sly Raccoon could have easily took her place.
You could have filled this list with 40 more characters.
I know, but what I'm saying is there's 40 other characters we could have debated, but like there's no way she should have been in this list. She's not in the same level league.
She's more deserving in this list than Nico Bellic.
No, she isn't.
She is.
You can't be when you're in one of the most sold games of all time. You sausage.
But we're not talking. We're talking about actual characters, and he isn't a good character.
Yes, he is.
He's not.
It's probably the best story on a GTA game.
Oh no,
it is. I'd say yeah, it probably is the best story in a GTA game. Yes, it is. You just don't like it, so you think it's rubbish.
I don't like it, and I do think it's rubbish because I don't like it because it's not good. I can't not like something and think it's good. Like, you know what I mean? But the list is good. The list is sound. I'm happy with the list. We can. I'm
not thrilled with it.
Why?
Edward Kenway. I don't like.
Edward Kenway and Max Payne are A-class characters all day.
They're not.
They are.
Not in this list. Not in this list. They're very high. They're high in terms of overall characters, but they're not in this list because they're not. They're the same level as Cloud.
They are.
Donkey Kong. Dante.
In terms of actual characters.
Scorpion and Sub-Zero. It's not.
So again, them characters are there for like worldwide appeal, but if you actually break down actual character and character development, character growth, personality, and all that,
that's all they have. That's all they have. They have nothing else.
All they have is being a fucking phenomenal character. Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't have any of the other bits. They don't have any of the other.
There's two ways of getting up high on this list.
And he's not. Max Payne's good, but he's not that good. He's not. Like Max Payne's good and well fleshed out, but he's no more fleshed out than Arthur Morgan is.
Yes, he is.
He's not.
Max Payne and Max Payne 3 alone is a better character than all of Arthur Morgan, and that's just Max Payne 3.
Again,
we're not even talking his origin. No, we're not even talking Max Payne 1 and 2.
I think you just.
I'm not.
I think it's because you prefer the game.
No, it's not. I love Red Dead. It's not. Max Payne is a better character in 3 alone than in Red Dead Redemption 2 Arthur Morgan.
So I don't know, but it is what it is, isn't it? So I think we're.
Man, I can't. Yeah, I can't move now. We'll see what people say. Again, people won't come from.
I mean, you haven't put Pikachu on this list.
Oh, you put one Pokemon, you got to put them all.
Nah, Pikachu's like the main.
Nah, if you're gonna put a protagonist from Pokemon, you have to put Ash, or you have to put insert your name. You do. No, Pikachu ain't the main character. Pikachu's not the protagonist. And he's not even the one you start with.
Take the woman off.
Okay, but if you put in a Pokemon you start with, he's not even a Pokemon you start with.
Pikachu's the main one you put in. If you're doing that,
he's
you got
not
to
the one
take
you
the woman
start
off.
with.
Take the woman off Borderlands 3.
You can't. There's no one from Borderlands.
No, not Borderlands. BioShock.
You can't put Pikachu now because you could play the entirety of Pokemon, every Pokemon, and not have Pikachu.
I reckon if you Google best video game characters, I bet Pikachu. I'm going to do it. Hold on.
He's not that good of a character. He just got design, and design would get him up there. Don't get me wrong. Pikachu would be up there. High.
The 20 best video characters of all time, according to Game in Bolt.
Pikachu.
Right, let's just quickly look at this. List of
time, we haven't
20. Just real quick, I'll go through and see how many we hit. 20, Hitman. 19, Michael, GTA 5. Crash Bandicoot. I said I should put him in. Jill Valentine probably should have been in here. Really. Jill Valentine deserves to be on this list more than Chris Redfield and Leon, probably. I would argue both of those. Cloud, Ezio, Geralt, Pac-Man, poor off. Ryu, Donkey Kong, Solid Snake, Master Chief, Scorpion. This list actually says Scorpion / thingy. Pikachu. Yeah, there you go. Pikachu's there. Joel, Link, Lara Croft. Spelled Lara Croft wrong. Sonic, Ellie, Mario. So there you go.
The fact that Kratos wasn't on that list is absolute abysmal.
Oh yeah.
The fact that they have Hitman at 20, but not Kratos on that list at any point is ridiculous. Like I said, we could probably do this again.
Ratchet should have been on there.
There's enough characters. But we are going to have to wrap it up today because we have droned on a while.
That's fine.
So we'll get this list out, put this out on Instagram again. We'll love to hear what you say, what you think.
I'm interested to see if people agree with me or you.
Yeah, it's been more divisive than the villains one was. What are you giggling at?
Just Games Radar's version.
Why?
35 was Tom Nook and 34 was Nico Bellic. 32 was Papa the Rapper. 31 was Pyramid Head.
Bro, list is gone. You putting Tom Nook on that list? List is gone. List is dead.
Max Payne was 28.
Oh, that list is great. We should listen to that list.
Sam Fisher should have been on the list.
Yeah, I think we should listen to that list. Max Payne sees a higher than fucking thing. Yeah. But mate, Tom Nook 35. What are you saying?
Yeah, but Leon S. Kennedy's 24.
Mad, mental.
So,
shows it. It's very subjective. It shows.
We forgot Samus.
Oh, that's a big one. We don't play. We wouldn't have talked much about it.
We forgot Samus. We forgot Rayman. Gordon Freeman is number 10. Spyro, I said we missed.
Gordon, we will always miss big ones. We can never not, unless we're doing like 400 plus.
This list is bullshit. Anyway.
Why? What is it?
Number 11 is the Z-shaped block and Tetris. 9 is Kratos. 8 is Crash Bandicoot. 7 is Link. 6 is Master Chief. 5 Pac-Man. 4 Lara Croft. 3 Sonic the Hedgehog. 2 Pikachu. But every single list, bro, finishes with Mario. But
no,
we know why. I like our list, except for the last 2 things.
Yeah.
But we really, really need to wrap this up.
We do.
So
thank you for everyone for listening. We'll put it on Instagram. Let me know and let Dan know what we think. And hopefully soon we'll get back to finishing that broadcast of the multiplayer. Yeah, we're looking forward to that. So we'll get that done soon. Oh, it's been a long one. It's been a good one. I've enjoyed this.
I like a tier list. It's fun.
I do like a tier list. So thank you all for listening. We thank you for everyone that joined the stream the other day. And until the next one.
Peace out. See you next week.
Yeah, bye.